welcome. Welcome. Hope you guys are doing good today. So I wanted to do a reading today on marriage. And if you guys are married, great. If you want to know what that future marriage might be like, if you're not married, stick around. So today's reading is going to be a marriage reading. And I don't care if you're still single. I don't care if you're still married or divorced. Maybe there's a future marriage for you. If that's what you're wanting or that's what you have, please listen. Please tune in to the reading. I'll be using some rustic oracles, and I'll be using the Tarot of Mystical Moments for this reading. To get into this. Hi, Besso, you're single. Awesome. Well, if you want to get married, stick around for the message. Hi, Marina. Hi there. Oh, you were just thinking about me, miss me. Oh, so good to see you. Hi, Elizabeth. I hope you got rest yesterday, my beautiful sister. Oh, I did. I still feel a little tired today, though, not gonna lie. Not even gonna lie, but that's okay. Ooh. All right. I don't know why I'm so tired today. What is up? These cards are really hard to shuffle. Just saying. Hi, Kaz. Spirit, please bless these cards. Bless me in this reading. Give me a true and honest message for the collective in regards to marriage. People want to know what their marriage looks like and what the future outcome may be. And those that are still single and hoping for marriage, they would like to have a glimpse of what that could be like for them as well. Please guide and direct me as I go through the signs for marriage. I feel so played. Oh my goodness. Those cards look so glossy. They are. Oh my gosh, they are so glossy. Look at the pretty silver on the outside. I mean, these are awesome cards. These cards are worth having. I'll tell you that much. All right. Well, somehow I got upright and reversals. Didn't intend to, but okay. Looks like it's a perfect mix. That's how it should be. Same color as the moon. Elizabeth, you are the best. Need some coffee. Okay. I'm perking up right now. Don't worry. I'm ready to do this reading. Spirit, please guide and direct me for the reading of marriage. I need to know what's going on with each sign. I need to know how to deliver this message for those that are single, hoping for marriage. How am I going to go through this? I'm thinking I should add a little bit of astrology in here, as well as the tarot, of course. I'm just thinking how I'm going to do this. I think I should explain before I even do this real quick. Check your charts always. You guys are going to have it with you probably during this reading, and that might be helpful. Maybe that's something I might want to tell you guys right now before we get started. If you don't know your chart or what it looks like, and maybe you just have tropical, that would be great. Tropical's fine. But on this channel, I do go into Vedic astrology because that's what I study, not tropical Western astrology. So if you want to know your Vedic astrological birth chart and your planets and placements, you can go to Vault of the Heavens, Lahiri, Ayanamsha. Seriously, my God. Lahiri Ayanamsha. Google that and pull up the website. Put in your birth information. And then screenshot it. Screenshot it. Keep it forever in favorites. That way it's easy for you to return to whenever you watch readings and stuff like that, and we talk about planets, okay? So find it, screenshot it. Please put in your birth time. It does make a difference. I know some of you guys don't have a birth time, but if you can get it, that would be so great. And if you have access to it, guys, don't be lazy. go grab your birth chart and just look at it. Get the exact time of birth. It does make a difference, okay? It makes a world of difference. It changes your nakshatras. We have 27 of them. It changes your rising sign, the degrees that your planet is in, the padas that they're in. It changes a lot. So, you know, the birth time does make a difference. Guessing, it's not valuable because you just don't know. Even if you didn't know your birth time, you would still most likely have your sun and your moon sign. You just wouldn't have details. You wouldn't have exact nakshatras, and you wouldn't have the rising ascendant. So it is important if you had it. I'm so sorry again. Spirit, please guide and direct me in this message for those that are married and for those that want to be married. When you look into your birth chart, your first marriage, if you've ever been married just one time, it's in your 7th house. So your first marriage, your first time being in a marriage, 7th house. Okay? The second marriage is going to be in your 2nd house. That's what your marriage is going to look like. So if you've been married 2 times, look at your 2nd house, and that will describe what your marital situation looks like. If you've been married 3 times, 3 times a charm, there's a reason they always say the 3rd time's a charm, because it's in the 9th house. So a 3rd marriage is seen in the 9th house, the house of luck, okay? And if you've been married 4 times, God help you, it would be seen in the 4th house, okay? I do want to touch on a modern view. I'm a modern person. I'm a young lady. I live in the modern ages. I know we study ancient astrology, and this is thousands of years old. People back in the day used to get married for arranged marriage purposes or for children, for protection, for safety, and to survive. It wasn't always love, for sure. It most of the time wasn't for love. And people did not just move in with each other thousands of years ago, even hundreds of years ago. People didn't just move in with each other. Hey, so I'm going to try you out. You know, we're going to get a house, share a life, you know, see what this married game might be like. You know, they didn't do that. So ancient astrology can't really function well today in our society. That's just the truth. And, you know, astrologers need to sit down and have that talk, because we have to progress as a society. When it comes to astrology, we have to be more modern. So I will tell you this. Based on what I've seen in astrological charts, marriage is not always a piece of paper. It will always be a piece of paper forever and ever, because literal marriage always involves a marriage certificate. And it always involves the legalities, the changing of a name. So, you know, real marriage with the legalities involved will always count. But what about the people that never got married legally? What about the people like Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell? They've been together 25 years. They share a home and a family. They're married astrologically, because based on their chart, it produces what that marriage would be like. And that's for everybody else. All of you guys, have you ever moved in with somebody and shared bills, shared a home, shared a life, traveled together, slept together, and shared a bed? Has anyone here been watching me shared a bed with someone for a period of time? And I'm going to go ahead and say over 8 months, because Venus makes full circle around the sun. It takes 8 months. And that, to me, astrologically, would be a marriage. Now, it would especially be a marriage if you lived with someone, even if it's for a short period of time, let's say a month or 2 months. You lived with someone for a couple months. You shared a bed, you shared a home. You shared your body, and you made a baby. You made a child. If you made a child with someone that you shared a home with, that also astrologically is seen as a marriage, astrologically, okay? And you can see that in the chart. Now, for women, sometimes you just have a boyfriend, you don't live together, you know, you just sleep around, and you like teenagers, and then when one gets pregnant, that's more of a Jupiter. Jupiter is the dispositor of children. Venus is the dispositor of marriage. But did you also know Ketu, the south node of the moon, is a dispositor of marriage? Bet you didn't know that. Bet you didn't know Ketu has a say-so in marriage and can bring forth a marriage. Now for women, Jupiter will always represent the father of children and the husband, the male husband. That's who Jupiter is in a female's chart. Venus is also the dispositor of a female's love, the love of their spouse, the relationship and the marriage. So it works that way for a woman as well. For a man, the mother of his children has every bit to do with Venus and Ketu. So their Venus and their Ketu are really going to talk about their wife. Now, because their wife would be the mother of their children, I would think the moon also has something to do with it. Now, a lot of astrologers I've never heard one astrologer, if there is, please let me know, put it in the comments. But I've never heard of a single astrologer saying that the moon would have anything to do with their wife or mother of their children, because the moon's supposed to represent their mother. But in ancient days, the mother had a lot of respect. The moon had a lot of respect. You didn't want to involve that. But nowadays, in my approach, in a modern way of looking at astrology, I can see how the moon would also represent a man's wife and mother of their children. Because the moon represents nurturing, it represents mothering, and it represents milk. Nurture and milk. And that, to me, is what a wife's job is, to nurture and to give milk and support to the man and the children, okay? So the moon also represents beauty and rest and the evening and peace, and that's when, you know, traditionally the wife's duty shows up. The men are at the sun time at work. That's how it's supposed to be astrologically, okay? The men are up with the sun, and they're out working hard, and they're gaining, okay? But they come home for rest, and that's when they're with their wife. So anyways, my approach, and this is just me individually, and if you follow astrology from ancient astrologers, if you follow many other Vedic astrology channels, they probably won't talk about moon having anything to do with the marriage, but I do. I just feel that that would be logical. I feel that just makes sense. So anyways, why does Ketu have anything to do with a marriage? Why does the South Node have anything to do with a marriage in your chart? For one, you guys think it's to chop a marriage off, to get rid of it. It doesn't want anything. And I know, Ketu doesn't want marriage. If you have Ketu in the 7th house, he doesn't want marriage. I don't want marriage. Ketu says, I don't want marriage. No. Okay? Even in the 1st house, So he kind of makes it difficult. But here's where Ketu comes a little bit more in handy. Ketu, south node of the moon, is more of a organized marriage. An arranged marriage can be seen with Ketu. Marriage because of children. If you get pregnant and you want to marry someone because they are having your child, Ketu will give you marriage. So Ketu does represent the sexual energy. So Ketu's like, okay, we made a baby. All right, now we have a reason to get married. Oh, you don't have enough money to support yourself or your family? I'm going to have you marry this person so you can now support yourself and your family. Arranged marriage. You know, oh, you want to get married to a spiritual person that will help you grow in your spirituality, someone that's a teacher, someone that's old and wise. Okay, I can arrange that marriage. See, Ketu's more of an organized and arranged marriage. He does it for specific reasons. He's not just going to do it for love. He will not arrange a marriage for love. Ketu does not want to give you love. He wants to give you moksha. And moksha is freedom of everything and the release of everything. So in a way, an arranged marriage because of children or an arranged marriage because of family or religion is kind of an unhappy marriage. It's unhappy because Ketu strips away your happiness. Ketu wants to take away the romance and the passion and the love and the beauty and the charm of somebody. Ketu doesn't want you to be in love with your husband or wife. Ketu wants you to lose all of that and be there for responsibility and discipline and longevity and spirituality and honoring an oath. That's why Ketu wants you to get married. So you have to see what energy Ketu is in your chart. Does he affect any of your marriage houses? And I told you earlier, first, second, third, and fourth marriages where they sit. First marriage is the 7th. Second marriage is the 2nd house. Third marriage is the 9th house. Fourth marriage is the 4th house. In modern day and ages, you might have had 4 serious relationships. 4 very moved in, serious, made babies relationships, or just very serious connections where you spent years with someone sharing a bed and a home. That would count. That would count in this modern day and age. So back in the day, not many people would get married 3 or 4 times, okay? Maybe 2, but not 3 or 4. But in this day and age, in the modern day, a lot of people maybe are on their 2nd, 3rd, or 4th serious relationship. So you're going to want to look at those houses and see, is Rahu or Ketu there? I mentioned Rahu because Rahu and Ketu are always 1-7, so Ketu would be aspecting if Rahu's there. So you want to look at that. But mostly you want to say, is Ketu in one of those houses? Did I ever get married to someone for a child or for money? Let's say you have Rahu in the 1st house and Ketu in the 7th house. It would mean simply this: your first marriage, if you got married, would be because of a child. It would be you got married because you were pregnant, or you got someone pregnant, or there was some order of responsibility where the family pressured you guys. If you want to move in together, if you want to date each other, you better honor your religion. You better honor the church. You cannot move in together or see each other or have this whatever relationship unless you get married. And I've known a lot of people that have gotten married because the church pressured them to get married. That's Ketu in the 7th. Or flat out, most people just don't get married because Ketu's in the 7th house. It's like, nope, I don't want it. I don't want to have babies. I don't want to be stuck in religion. I don't want to get tied down, so fuck marriage. So that's going to be Ketu in the 7th. It's either going to deny you of a marriage or it's going to give you a marriage that doesn't feel like love. That's just an example. And the same with Ketu in the 2nd, Ketu in the 4th, Ketu in the 9th, depending on what situation you're in. But now look at Venus. If Venus is in the 7th house, your marital partner would be very good looking, but maybe a little bit of a player. Venus in the 7th is not always the greatest placement. You would think it is because it's in its own house, but it doesn't always act like that. It acts up. Venus in the 7th is like, I want to just, I'm beautiful. I'm fucking gorgeous. Everyone should have a piece of this. I'm God's gift to this planet. My body, my breasts, my arms, my chest, my ass, my voice, my hair, my eyes. I'm a Venusian goddess or a Venusian god. Even Mars being in the 7th. Everyone should have a piece of this. You know, so they tend to be promiscuous. Okay? They tend to be promiscuous. So it's not always great. It's not always great. There's a lot of romance, but are they faithful? I love to fuck you, honey, but are you faithful? You know? Who can we think of like that? I don't know. You guys think of movie stars or whatever like that. But the story goes on, you know, and Ketu can affect you in the 9th. What if Ketu's in the 9th? For, you know, a 3rd marriage? It means that your marriage would bring you money. Your marriage would bring you spirituality. Your marriage would bring you moksha. It would bring you enlightenment. It would make you awaken spiritually in this life. You would feel good and you would feel free. And you'd probably have a lot of money. You might, you know, be fortunate in that 3rd marriage. You guys may own property, own houses, own cars, you know, have a lot, own businesses, travel. You know, that 3rd marriage in the 9th, you know, could be great. Could be fucking great. What if it's a 2nd marriage? It's in the 2nd house. Remember, every 2nd marriage is seen in the 2nd house. Every 1st marriage is seen in the 7th house. 1st marriage is the 7th house. 2nd marriage is in the 2nd house. If you're on your 2nd marriage, it would be about duty and responsibility in the 2nd house. The 2nd marriage is about, you need to be here for the kids. You need to be here and work for the home. You better work on the house. You know, you need to put food on the table. You need to support. You need to buy the clothing. You need to pay the bills. You need to, you know, both of you as a team or whatever. It's about cooking meals. It's about cleaning house. It's about the grind. So the 2nd marriage could definitely be about a grind. Just duty, and grind. I mean, that's what it would be like. And, you know, if Venus was there, it might have a little bit of a better energy. Venus would at least create some love. You know, love after you do all the duty, you know. And like I said earlier, if Moon aspects or is in one of those houses, I think that would be a good marriage. Because the Moon is about emotions and feelings. But what if the Moon is in a terrible placement? What if the Moon is in like the sign of Aries? Or, you know, what if the Moon is in the sign of Capricorn? Or, you know, it would be duty again. Duty and frustration. So, you know, anyways, I can give you 1,000 different kinds of combinations of different kinds of marriages. You might want to get a marriage consultation with someone if you want more information on your astrological projections of marriage. But today's reading, I just wanted to give you a little bit of information about marriage, not a lot, just a little bit, so you could look at your chart and just see and do the math. Are you really in a 1st marriage or a 2nd marriage or a 3rd marriage? What are you in? And just kind of look at it and see what kind of karmas you guys are experiencing right now and what are some remedies that you can do. You know, a remedy for a badly placed Venus or drama with Venus would be, you know, to wear diamonds. Diamonds help Venus. It's no coincidence that an engagement ring or a wedding ring always includes a diamond. Diamond represents Venus. Venus loves the purity and the beauty of diamonds. So Venus is fond of diamonds. So if you can, you know, have diamonds in your life or whatever, that would be, you know, great to wear as a little remedy for Venus. Have an altar with something that looks like a diamond and pink and red flowers. Always dress up your, you know, your area of love as far as the feng shui goes or your romance area. You know, if you have a badly placed Venus, you're going to want to help Venus out and do everything you can. Same with ladies when you got to help your Jupiter. You're going to have to help your Jupiter. You're going to have to figure out how you can raise the Jupiter vibration in your life, which is being smart, being wise, being spiritual, tending to your yoga, tending to your meditations, tending to your body and teas, tending to health, and tending to being well-spoken and taking care of yourself in a very good way. That's a good way to remedy a badly placed Jupiter. Okay, let's get into the reading. Let's get into the reading. Spirit, can you guide and direct me throughout the zodiac signs for marriage? Guide and direct me throughout the zodiac signs for marriage. Let me know what's going on with Aries, if they are married or if they will be married in the future. Show me Aries. Okay, show me Aries. Show me the sign of Aries. A lot of music would be involved with the sign of Aries for marriage. A lot of music. Lyrics, poem writing, poetry, singing, dancing, listening to music in the home. A lot of lyrical influences would be involved there in an Aries marriage. Let's see what's going on here. So we have the Empress in reverse. In an Aries marriage, there's kind of a difficulty having children or a lack of desire in having children. So being with someone with Aries, you might have one child, maybe just one child. And maybe somebody says, if I ever have kids, I just want one. And I want to spoil that child so much. That could be like an Aries marriage with children. It would also be marriage is hard to come by for an Aries energy. It's if I get married, I only want to get married once. And I want to have my fun in life. I want to travel. I want to do everything I want to do. And when I'm ready to get married, I want it to be, you know, in a more mature area of my life. So there would be a sense in an Aries marriage, a little bit of a sense of, not lack of responsibility, but lack of interest in the responsibility department. They would have much more interest in having fun, okay? Having fun and enjoying life more than that. They would have a lot of interest in romance, singing, dancing under the moon, but not necessarily, you know, dealing with the responsibilities of marriage. And the reason why this Aries marriage energy would be difficult is because they had a difficult situation with their mother. So there would be some issues with their mother's relationship with their father, or seeing their mother married multiple times, or just seeing their mother in some kind of a negative light, to where they didn't think their mother was very great at being married. Okay, just not very great at it. Maybe just marriage didn't do well in their viewpoint, or they saw their mom struggle in a marriage, or they saw their mom unhappy in a marriage, or they saw their mom go out on a marriage, or they saw their mom, you know, married multiple times or whatever. But for the Aries energy, it would be, I don't think marriage solves problems. Then we have the Queen of Wands and the Sun. We also have the King of Swords over here, which is a female on this deck, but it doesn't really matter, okay? So Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords. So we have, you know, Aries, Leo energy here. You know, it's Leo. What would that bring? Aries people are always great with kids. They're good with kids. What they're terrible at is providing for them. Aries people just can't sit still. You know, they want to travel, they want a caravan, they want to get on the road, they want to be in a rock band, you know, they want to go out at night, they want to go vacationing. I have one friend on Facebook that I think has Aries in his chart. I don't even know where the fuck he lives, man. First of all, he's got a gorgeous wife. So Queen of Wands, check. The Sun card, check. She's hot. She's like a bikini model. He's got money. Check. He looks fucking good. Check. Bodybuilder. I mean, perfect couple. He's never fucking home. Never fucking home. He's out on his motorcycle taking fucking selfies of his freaking arms on the motorcycle. Like, look at my buff ass arms. Or look at my ass in these tight jeans. You know, he's got pictures of himself axing down trees, working out, doing like marathons, fucking going out at night with martinis, with sexy ass fucking dress pants and a tight button-up shirt. Like, you know, I should have been a fucking movie star. You know, he's always posting this shit. And he's got pictures of him on a boat on the ocean with like 10 or 15 girls in thong bikinis, hot ass girls, shaking their ass for the camera for all Facebook to see. Where's his wife in that group? I don't fucking know. Groupies, I don't fucking know. He's a hot ass man. And he has a 9-year-old son. A 9-year-old son and a wife. And he has a very nice home. Last I checked, I thought he lived in Napa Valley in California somewhere. He had a fucking limestone looking house, like a mansion fucking thing, looking out over the ocean. And then I found out he lived part of the time in Florida. And then there was one where he was in Nevada. Then there's some where he's in Idaho. Where the fuck do you live, man? Maybe he wants to keep everyone guessing. You know, where's Waldo? Where does Waldo live? You know? And I'm just like, fucking A. Where do you live, dude? And where's your wife? And where's your 9-year-old? And where's your wedding ring? Where's your wedding ring? It's on when they have family photos for Easter or Christmas. But where's your wedding ring? I don't know, man. But that's kind of where I'm going at with this fucking Aries marriage situation. You might fucking have a Queen of Wands, sexy ass motherfucking husband or wife. And they are the sun. Everybody says, man, you're lucky. You are lucky. And you guys may have a beautiful home and just all that good shit. You may have a lot of money, but with the Empress in reverse, how often do you spend time at that beautiful home? And what do you spend your money on? Is it the family? Is it the home? Or is it travel, boating, hunting, motorcycles, Harleys, clothing, shopping, technology, cars? See, there's what I'm talking about, Aries people. And it doesn't have to be to that extreme of my friend. It doesn't have to be to that extreme. But this is the kind of marriage that this looks like for the Aries. It looks a little bit like that, where something is all about looks and it's not about the home. Where even if children do come about, he only has one. He's 9 years old. They haven't had a second baby or a third baby or a fourth baby or none of that shit. After you think they've been married like 12 years, you think there'd be more kids. But his wife has gone under the knife. She's got breast implants, lip injections, tummy tuck, you know, probably an ass implant. I don't fucking know. You know, she's gorgeous, but it's not all real. And that can be a mother that is a mother, but not the best mother, okay? Not a mother that's at home making cookies, mopping the floor, having s'mores at night in the backyard, you know, doing story time every night and, you know, being involved, you know what I mean, with movie night and, you know, we have spaghetti night on Thursday night and, you know, none of that shit. This is the nanny's going to pick you up after school. I have to go to the gym. Or this is, you know, dad is on a business trip all week. He'll see us this weekend on Saturday. Oh, by the way, here's a $800 bike. I hope you like it. So anyways, not everyone's going to have money like that, but for the Aries marriage that I'm picking up on, whether you have $10 in the bank or $10 million in the bank, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't change the energy of the home, okay? The energy of the home is we're not really at home very much. The energy of the home and the marriage and the family and the life is I'm into sex and I'm into looks and I'm into showing off and I'm very cold, King of Swords, when it comes to the actual family life. That's not really what interests me. I had a child to carry my name. This almost feels like a prince and a princess or a king and a queen. You know, give me an heir. You know, King of France, give me an heir. I'm gonna fuck you till you can give me my heir, and you better be a beautiful fucking queen, and that's it. Motherfucking deal with your life. I have parties to attend, places to go, fucking whores to go fuck in the back room. I don't have time for married life. But I'll fuck you on a good day, because you're gorgeous. I just don't want to make another baby with you, so, you know, maybe you should get fixed, and then we can have more sex. You know, I only married you, by the way, because, you know, Ketu showed up, said I should get married to carry my line, or, you know, money reasons, or, you know, whatever the fuck. But otherwise, I wouldn't have gotten married. And that's kind of what this is here with Aries marriage. So anyways, not a good one. Not a good one, but guess what? In Facebook, this would look like a good marriage. On Facebook, they would have family portraits, and they would show off their car and their house. And they would have really fun family birthday parties. They would have amazing Thanksgivings. Christmas would be totally everywhere. Look at all the gifts and the trees that we have. Their home would be gorgeous. They would show you their new decorations, their patio, their porch, their fucking new remodel job, you know, their new home, their vacation home. They would show you all that. On Facebook, this would look like a really happy life, and everybody would want to be a part of it. But what's the reality? And that's kind of like a movie star marriage, right? A lot of movie stars, they make you think they have a picture-perfect life, but really their fucking life sucks. They're hiding away from the paparazzi. Their fucking spouse is never home. They're doing drugs or they're drinking. You know, you're like, why are you guys having so many problems? You have it all. God, if we had half of what you had, we'd make the most of it. We'd make the fucking most of it, you know, but some people do what they want. So anyways, an Aries marriage situation is not looking so hot. Now, could you be an Aries and have a good marriage? Yes. Yes, you could. But where does the Aries placement really matter? Maybe it matters with Jupiter. Maybe that's the kind of spouse you're going to have, and that's their idea of life. Maybe Aries matters because it's in the 4th house, and you're on your 4th marriage, and that's what the fuck it looks like. Maybe it matters because Aries is in the 2nd house, and you're in your 2nd fucking marriage, and that's what it looks like. You know? Maybe, I don't know, maybe Aries is with your Venus. Okay? Maybe Aries is with your moon. Maybe Aries is in the 9th house and you're on your fucking 3rd marriage. Now, how could this situation be better? Well, if Jupiter has something to do with Aries, it might be better. Okay, if Jupiter's somewhere there, it might be a little bit toned down. Okay, Jupiter wants to relax this energy. Okay, Jupiter's like, you know what? We need to be a good person. There's something called morality, and you need to watch your ass. You know? Besso, just because you have Aries in the 2nd house doesn't mean this is your situation. I specifically said it depends on the number of marriages you're involved in. So I need you to check how many marriages astrologically you feel you've been involved in. Because it's not going to count just because Aries is in your 2nd house. And I want to be clear so everyone understands that, because maybe I had 20 people watching me during the beginning of my explanation, and now I have 100. And now people are like, uh-oh, what's going on? So let me be clear and let me catch people up in case they missed that. Your first marriage, or should I say the modern day and age, moving in with someone and sharing a bed for more than a period of 8 months, or just having a child with someone and living with them, okay, would constitute as a marriage astrologically via my point of view, okay? Your first marriage would be seen in the 7th house. Your second marriage would be seen in the 2nd house. Your third marriage would be seen in the 9th house, and your fourth marriage would be seen in the 4th house, okay? So just because I'm naming something and you say, oh, I've got that sign in my 3rd, or I've got that sign in my 4th, I've got that sign in my 2nd, doesn't mean shit. I need you to focus on how many marriages you've had. Chances are in the modern day and age, you all have been married more than a couple times, astrologically. Most people, and I know most Mongolic people, have had 2 or 3 serious relationships where they have moved in with someone and shared a home and made babies without a marriage certificate. So in the modern day and age, there's a lot of people who fall under having 1, 2, or 3 different marriages, astrologically speaking, okay? Some people have only been married once. I mean, that's rare, but it happens nowadays. My brother, he met one girl, first girl ever, married her, they're still together. That's it. He never moved in with anybody else. My other brother, same thing. One girl, moved in with her, that's it. Never moved in with anybody else. Never even got in a serious relationship. So I have 2 brothers that got married on the first shot, never lived with anyone prior, and they're still married. So I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I'm saying in modern days, that's not always the case. I need to generate my chart and look into it. Very interesting. Yeah, exactly. And I also mentioned earlier, and I'll mention it again. Oh, wait, see what Besso said. I want just one. I'm single as hell. Besso, have you ever moved in with someone, Besso? Have you moved in and shared a home with someone? Because you have to look into that. Jeff, I am a one and done. Woohoo, go Jeff. Yay, we got a good guy. Got a good guy in the chat. No, single. Okay, so for Jeff and Besso, you've never moved in and had a serious relationship with another partner. You would be looking at the 7th house. First shot, lucky, looking at the 7th, that would be what your marital situation would look like. So we're gonna wait till we get into the sign that's in your 7th house, okay? So for Besso and Jeff, you wanna see what sign is in the 7th house. Oh, Jeff, I've moved in once. Okay, so this is your 2nd, Jeff. You're gonna look at your 2nd house, Jeff. You said you moved in once with someone. That counts. It just does. A lot of astrologers that are old school are like, no, that doesn't count. They're not legally married. Oh, don't be such an old ass, wrinkly, freaking stick in the mud, you old ass astrologers. Get with modern times. I'm sorry that you want to hang on to tradition like it's freaking, so important, but really, we're in modern days, and that's just not what it is, you old ass astrologers. It's just not what the fuck it is. They need to get with the times. Okay? They need to get with the times. Besso, yes, Virgo, Libra, 7th house. Libra is 7th house in my chart. Besso, I'm confused, because if you have a Virgo placement, how is Libra the 7th house in your chart? That doesn't make sense. Jeff, technically, I haven't been married. Well, and I said the announcement earlier, astrologically, it's not about being technically married with paper, with a license. In the old days, astrologers would say, okay, we're going to talk about a legal marriage. But in this day and age, with astrology and the way the placements happen, people are moving in together. Like you mentioned, you moved in with someone. That counts as a marriage astrologically, because in the old days when they did astrology, nobody was moving in together without marriage. So their definitions of marriage need to shift. Jeff, yes, but the way I described in this would be once. Okay. Yeah, so it just means that astrologically they need to catch up with the times. Because when this astrological definitions of marriage started thousands of years ago, people were not moving in together, period. You wanted to fuck them and move in with them, you're going to marry them. And the parents made gosh darn sure that happened. You know, there was affairs, but there was no moving into a home with affairs. Even thousands of years ago, hundreds of years ago, there was always affairs. Sexual relationships do not constitute a marriage, astrologically. This is my modern day approach. Sexual relations do not constitute a marriage. But having children and living with a partner, or just living with a partner, period, do indicate a marriage astrologically. That is my opinion. Now, I have a modern day approach. There's still some freaking, 70, 80-year-old astrologers, from India and shit that practiced, Jyotish and all this shit. And they're like, no, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. First of all, I'm not of that religion. Number two, I'm looking at this with a modern approach. I have a new, fresh set of eyes. And the way I view it and the way I've experienced it and the way I see it, I think that needs to change. Because what makes a marriage is the sharing of a home, the sharing of financials, the sharing of a bed, the sharing of a family, the inheritance. All of those things come into hand with a marriage. And even when you live with someone and you have children, there's still inheritance. The mother-in-law is still giving you things that were her mother-in-law's, passing down furniture, passing down heirlooms, passing down things to the family, giving property. All of that is still involved, even if you don't have a marriage certificate. That's why I think modern day approaches need to change. Because I myself have been in situations where it's been basically a marriage just minus the paper. So Saturn can make you have a delayed marriage or issues with marriage. Jeff, I agree. Steph, since it's my second, I would be looking for a Sag. Okay, so we're going to get more into this, guys. This is the Aries approach. I don't know where Aries would be and what number of marriages you're on as far as the astrological goes, but just keep an eye on your chart and see what best resonates with you. Elizabeth, I agree with you, Stephanie. I've been married 2 times and no children with them, but I did live with exes and had babies, so it's my 4th now. Dang, girl. Woo! I know. I should look at mine. You don't want to know mine. Oh, shit. They need to, extend the 4th. Oh, gosh. What would mine be? Oh, Lord. Hang on a second. Let me see what mine would be. Oh, I'm kind of probably embarrassed. But before you judge me, I'm a Mongolic, so fuck off. Hang on a second. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shit. 5th. Fucking A. I'm like, oh my God, I'd be on my 5th. What the actual? I don't even know where the 5th is. I don't even motherfucking know where the 5th is in a fucking chart. I need to figure that out for myself. Jesus. Now, on my behalf, 2 of my spouses died, okay? And I wasn't legally married to any of them, for the fucking record. But I moved in at 16 years old with a partner. We went to the courthouse, got a marriage license, didn't legally marry because Saturn wants to fuck with me. But we lived together for years. And it was definitely a serious relationship. We lived together for over 3 years. And, I even had a ring I was wearing. He had a ring. It was pretend bullshit. But see, Saturn fucked with me so hard. He didn't want me to get married, even though we went to the fucking courthouse. He didn't want me to get married because Saturn's a little motherfucker, okay? He's always looking at my 7th house like, fuck you. And Ketu's looking at my 7th house, like, fuck you. So, you know, it didn't happen like I wanted it to happen. And then the second person died. Okay, we were living together for some months, I would say 6 months. Started talking about marriage. Things to me that were hers. You know, it was I met his brother, his dad. We were definitely engaged and we were going to be married, but we were living together and acting as if we were married, taking pictures together, putting it on the wall, etc. And then he was murdered. Okay, he was murdered. So I had to mourn and grieve the loss of that person because I planned on spending my whole life with that person. And then after that relationship, I got with my oldest kid's father, and that was my longest relationship. And you guys have heard that story. We didn't legally get married, but we were together almost 15 years, 12 years living together. And we did go to the courthouse to get married. And you guys know what the fucking crazy shit that happened there. We sat there, did the marriage license, got their certificate, paid, waited in line to have the doors literally slammed in our face and told to come back later because the courthouse was closing. So very close to a legal marriage, but Saturn didn't delayed that for me. Saturn didn't really want that to happen. Saturn always delays things, especially when he aspects that. So that didn't happen. But it didn't change the fact that we spent 12 years living together out of our lives and we made children. We shared a home, we shared a car, we shared a bed, we shared a bank account, we shared resources, we shared family, all of our occasions together. That family still has a lot of my shit. And he was murdered, okay? So he was murdered, so, you know, that's fucking terrible. Anyways, you can see why I had so many technical marriages. It wasn't that I just didn't have it work out. A lot of times death separated the relationship for me, in my experience, death. You know, and I don't want to go on with my other shit, guys. It's too long, but, you know, just to explain what marriage is, I would think in astrology, it counts. It definitely counts. I would definitely not think, if somebody saw my chart, they would say, oh, you never had a fucking marriage. That doesn't count. And then, you know, why does that matter to us? If I went to an astrologer said, well, looking at Saturn and Rahu, they're aspecting the 7th with Ketu looking at the 7th, I don't think you're going to ever have a marriage. How would that help me out? If I was, say, an 18-year-old girl, would I want to believe that I would never have a marriage, never have children, never have a spouse, never share a home, never have a relationship, that I would just be single? That would be incorrect. If an astrologer said that to me, that would be incorrect. It would be incorrect. Because the truth is, look at my life. I've had children, I've shared a home, I've shared a life with someone. So that would be an incorrect analysis of someone's chart. And that's why I have to say, in this modern day and age, they have to update with the times on how people live their lives. They might be able to say, well, I don't see a legal marriage. I don't see a legal one, but I do see, you know, moving in with someone and making a family and sharing a home. I do see that. But marriage may be postponed or delayed. Yeah, then that would be a perfectly fair analysis, astrologically. But I'm just saying, for those of you that follow tarot and you want to learn about your love life and you want to know if you're ever going to meet someone that you're going to move in with or share children with or spend, you know, years with, then you're talking to the right person, because I'm going to tell you, just because some astrological whatever the fuck tells you you're not, that's bullshit, because most likely you are. You just have to look at these things a little bit more in detail. So like this, you know, whatever. Anyways, we're going to move on from Aries. Sorry I went there. It was tangent. Sorry about that. For the Aries person, we're done. It looks like you could definitely have a marriage. Children would be involved. You do see the woman carrying her child. It's a very beautiful look for the Empress. There's an embryo in her womb in this picture. Okay. And this Empress really shows, you know, the childbirth and giving birth to children. So when I see it in reverse, if Aries has something to do with one of your marriages, I would say that marriage would be tough. I would say that it's more of a social thing than a security thing. I would say that children may be a situation that's not going to be great for you. Either they're not being very good to the children and they're off worrying about themselves, or you only have one child and you wish you would have had more. Okay? Karen, we're getting married at 37, Steph. Thank you, Karen. I should fucking hope so. Saturn better cut me some slack. You know, but at this point, girl, you know, to be honest with everybody, I don't even know why I'm doing a married reading, because I don't give a fuck about marriage anymore. I've never legally been married. I've had plenty of serious relationships, and I'm just like, I don't give a fuck about marriage anymore. It's so weird. I just feel like I've been married too many times, and I'm just like, it really doesn't have a lot of interest for me. You know, what did I gain from any of that shit? Children? You know, that's about it. That's what I gained. What did they take? Oh, they took a lot. They took a lot. So for me, Karen, I'm just chill being by myself, honestly. And by the way, I'll be 38 next month. So fucking, I hate that. I hate that I'm going to be 38 next month. I despise it. I loathe you, 38. I loathe and despise you. But I'm grateful that I've made it this far. And I really just don't give a fuck anymore. I've got 3 beautiful children, a beautiful home, a thriving business, and a happy life. So I could give a fuck about any of that other stuff, honestly. Men have only caused me financial woes and stress and worry. To be honest, I felt like I've had an additional child in my life. I don't need it. I just don't. I think I'm better off. Now, if I meet a wonderful man that's like spiritual and fucking grown and mature and has his own shit together, his own business, and he could add to what I have, not take and deplete what I have, now that might have some interest. I may have interest in something like that. And, you know, I care about looks, but not major, but, you know, decent. I'm not looking for fucking Brad Pitt, but just decent. You know, take care of your teeth, have, you know, take care of your body. You know, you don't have to be a bodybuilder, just, you know, watch yourself, you know, be active. Don't be a lump on a log, you know. If someone came to me, you know, in my life and Jupiter presented itself to me like that, a very spiritually minded person, I might be open. I might be open to that. But only time will tell. Time will tell. Anyways, Aries, sorry, honey, that's just shit. And if you're an Aries person, you're like, Steph, I'm a fucking Aries. And all the men I've dated have been like that. Or all the women I've dated have been like that, Steph. Or, you know, I'm on my 3rd or 4th relationship, and it would be in the 4th house in Aries, or the 9th house in Aries, or the 2nd house, you know, whatever your little marriage number is that you're into. Yeah, you could see how maybe that would resonate for you. That it would be all about the looks, all about the show. That looks would be really important. But so would traveling, and so would showing off, and so would being active, and with the Aries placement somehow contributing to the marriage area, you could see how maybe one child or no children may be involved. Or if there is even maybe 1, 2, or 3 children, you could see how they feel separated and isolated away from the marriage. Maybe they're in boarding school. Maybe they live with grandparents. You know, maybe they're just always being babysat, taking care of nannies, away at school, involved in sports, you know, really taken away from the family a lot of the time. And that's really just the malefic energy of Mars. Now, as we get into the placements about marriage, and I hope I didn't lose everybody talking about the numbers of marriages and the houses they're in. I hope I didn't lose everybody on that. I hope you're kind of on board still. If you have any questions, please feel free to post them down there. But there's another bit of information, if it's okay, if you guys are grasping what I'm saying on this, if I can just add one more element, please, to your marital situation to give you some more funnel details about what that relationship would be. Look at the planet where that marriage house would be. So if this is your 4th marriage, and it's in the 4th house in the sign of Aries, Where is Mars? And so you're going to want to look at your chart and go find Mars, you know, and see what position Mars is in. Is he brain fucked right now because he's combust with a bunch of other planets? You know, is he placed well? Is he in a very bad position, in a very bad house? I mean, is he in a good house? Is he like in the 10th? Is he doing well? You want to see where the ruling planet for the sign that involves whatever area of marriage you're in. Okay, does that make sense? So if your area of marriage is in the sign of Pisces, you're going to want to look for Jupiter. Or Aquarius, you're going to want to look for Saturn. Libra, you're going to want to look for Venus. Also Saturn, because Saturn co-rules Libra. Stuff like that. So anyways, I hope that can add to some details for your situation. So for you, Aries, look at where Mars is placed and see how that does, because that will tell you if it's going to be this bad or worse or better. Markers, 5th marriage is time to rethink marriages. Well, fuck Markers, thanks. That's where I'm at. Markers, why you gotta put it out there like that? Seriously now. This would be my 5th, not legally, because I've never been legally, but damn. I mean, yeah, after 5 of my fucking relationships, it's time to quit. It's a little bit time to quit. I'm like, damn, what is going really on? What is really going on with all this shit? You guys are too much. You mean legally? Well, some fuckers like me haven't done the legal. Maybe never will. And that's why I'm rethinking it. Oh, Lordy. Okay. So I'm going to try to hurry up. Let's get into Taurus. Spirit, can you please guide me into the sign of Taurus? Okay, show me what a Taurus marriage or situation would look like. Okay. I'm not going to say or situation, but you know what I mean. Not legally. Please show me what a Taurus marriage would look like. Okay. Show me what a Taurus, I can't talk, Taurus. Come on, Mercury fucking retrograde. Are you serious? Oh, Lord. And remember, I'm not counting legal marriages. If you want to count legal to save you the stress or strife, you can. But I don't think it would be accurate. I think it would be completely inaccurate. Elizabeth, test yours out and let me know. We get you, Steph. We are your ride or dies here. Elizabeth, since you've been married once, right, legally, but you said you lived with someone previously before that, can you be my little guinea pig and see what resonates for you, the 7th house or the 2nd house, as far as your marriage right now, okay? By sign. So look at this sign and let me know how it resonates so we can do some experimental work here on what I'm saying. Okay? I want to know how it works. Elizabeth, please be the guinea pig for us and let me know which one best resonates for you. Okay? Because if it does resonate in the 7th, then fuck it. Use the 7th. And that would be good information to help people. If not, if it's true and you think that it resonates more in the 2nd, then you're going to have to let me know as well. Please. Why are you bugging me right now? Sumo's busting in the door. I'm trying to work.
You said it won't take long, and why did it take long?
It's not that long. It's not that long. Okay. All right. Karen, I was married once to an Aries. Okay. And please keep in mind too, Karen, the signs that I'm reading don't necessarily indicate the person that you were married to. So if you were married to a Libra, if you were married to an Aries, it may or may not resonate. It may or may not. If it does, great. If not, look at the signs that I'm reading as the sign in the houses that I mentioned based on your number of serious relationships and marriages. Okay? Do it that way. Either way, I don't care, but just do it one way to where it resonates. You guys are with me? Thank you, Mex. I'm glad you're with me. Mex, Steph, I'm with you. I've got 5 based on your count. Been legally married once. Got deceased partners at a young age. There you go. Thank you, Mex. Thank you for speaking out on that. Yep, just because someone has a lot of marital relationships does not mean what you always think it means. Okay. All right. Spirit, guide and direct me to Taurus, the sign of Taurus for marriage. Show me the sign of Taurus for marriage. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. I'm very fortunate to be married under the sign of Taurus. We have the Hanged Man in reverse, 7 of Swords, and the 8 of Swords in reverse. Interesting. I'm really pleased with the Wheel of Fortune for a Taurus placement. This is a blessing. This is also divine timing. Taurus energy here, to me, would resonate with perfectly timed marriage. It was like, maybe it was arranged. Maybe it was arranged, or maybe it was just planned so perfectly. It's like seeing those perfectly planned movies that they're planning the wedding, they've got the wedding planner, they've got all that shit going on, like the timing of the marriage, it just seems to just fit. You get married at a good age, you know, mid-20s or whatever, it's like perfect, you know, the timing of it all is just yes, yes. You know, you got a boy and a girl, you got a house and a picket fence and a dog, you know, it's like, this is fucking awesome, okay? Then you go over here to the Hanged Man in reverse. You didn't have to wait. There was no sacrifices needed. Family gave you a great support for your marriage. They helped you pay for your wedding, or they helped you buy your house, or they're helping you with your children, or they helped your spouse get a job. You know what I mean? It's like there's no sacrifices. There's a lot of blessings in this Taurus energy. And it all happened like it was supposed to. It was planned. And it worked out perfectly. Now, the only cause for concern here is the 7 of Swords. What the fuck is that about? And for me, that's just like, you know, look at the snake and how she's holding on to her eggs. She's protecting her babies. These are my fucking babies. This is like the story of Naga. Naga in the garden, and the father of her babies were being killed in the garden because cobras were deadly. And she laid some eggs in the garden. She wanted them to grow and be safe. So this is a major protection of children. And if children maybe are not involved, it will be major protection of your home, major protection of your land and the security you have guarding what you own, all of the precious physical things that you and your spouse have attained, be it lots of cars in the garage. Maybe you've got an old car, an old Mustang, maybe it's an old, you know, I don't fucking know, just collector cars and shit. Maybe it's a sports car, maybe it's a Jaguar, maybe it's a Mercedes, maybe it's a truck. I mean, I don't fucking know. But with this Taurus marriage, it's like, I want to protect the shit I have. This is also, I have a safe with very important things in there. Family heirlooms, jewels, jewelry, watches, necklaces, rings, maybe some guns, you know, maybe some ancient paperwork that was passed down from generation to generation that you have from your forefathers. But, you know, there's a protection here with this Taurus kind of energy for marriage. And it's like, I protect what's mine and I protect what I have, and I have a lot. This is also nurturing. I notice all the roses on her tail. And I'm thinking someone here has a bomb-ass garden. Bomb-ass garden. Someone here's got freaking fruit, vegetables, maybe roses, obviously roses, wildflowers, trees. I mean, they just have a beautiful home and a beautiful garden that they have taken care of. There's good food to eat in this home. This is someone that wants to eat natural things, natural, you know, local honey, natural local, you know, eggs. Well, obviously they're natural, but you know what I mean. Fucking local eggs and shit. This is someone who wants to make their own butter possibly, or, you know, maybe have a little farm, you know, maybe raise, you know, freaking goats and pigs and chickens and, you know, whatever the fuck, you know, this is kind of a little Cinderella story, right? It's just like, you know, I got to take care of what I have. I didn't grow up with it. And this is someone that makes the most of their marriage. They work hard at it. This is someone that says, when I get married, I'm dedicated. I'm a dedicated motherfucker. There's nothing I won't do for my partner. I will sacrifice the fucking Mustang in the garage. I'll sacrifice the fucking jewels in the jewelry box to fucking pay for a surgery that they need, or, you know, something that they need. I will sell what I need to sell, do what I need to do. I'll work out in the burning sun and get burned every day on the farm, on the tractor, whatever. I'll do whatever I have to do to take care of my family and to take care of my spouse, because they are property to this person. And this person takes care of their property. You know, it's almost like a husband gets news that their wife was diagnosed with cancer. And they have to go on a trip to, I don't know, Mexico or India for a month and a half to undergo a specific surgery and some kind of a healing plan. And it costs, you know, $100,000. They have no money. All they have is their house, their farm, the fucking car in the garage, and the jewelry in the jewelry box. They sell the jewelry and they only get, you know, $5,000. So what are they looking at next? The car. The precious baby, the little egg. And it's like, I'll sacrifice. And that's that Hanged Man. Now, when the Hanged Man's in reverse, it kind of means I don't want to sacrifice, because this is a willing kind of. I'll go along with you, Spirit. I'm listening. This is, fuck you. Why are you bothering me? So this is just like, I'll do what I have to do. If our lives depended on it, if my baby daughter, if my baby son, if my wife, if my husband needed me, and that was what I had to turn to, I would turn to the most precious thing in my life for them, because they're number one. They are the most precious thing in my life. And at the end of the day, the rest of this stuff is just stuff. Humans and people cannot be remade. And this is a Taurus energy that's like, I will do what is necessary and I will sacrifice if need be. Because believe me, there are some people that wouldn't. They would just be like, you know, you're on your own. Why don't you just go to a doctor in town?
No.
You know, they're already planning their funeral.
I'm watching one video that fake Paw Patrol toys, and the remote's gone, and I can't change it. When the bad video happens, I can't change it because the remote's gone.
Well, go look for it.
I don't know what it even is.
I'll be right back, guys. Pit stop, pit break. Ow. Oh. When you get older, your bones pop when you get up.
Yeah.
It just happens. You got dressed yourself? Look at you, little cute baby.
But, no.
But your pants are backwards.
No, I didn't dress myself. It's the way you want.
Where's Sumo?
He's in the living room.
Is he eating bad things that he shouldn't eat?
No, but I'm going to show you. Look! He's my hippo!
But you're the one who let him off the leash. What do you expect? Did bad things. Yeah, good boy.
Oh, no.
He likes to snake like a baby. Oh, Sumo, you're such a baby.
I like you.
You're a good boy, Sumo. You have to keep an eye on Sumo. well it's found. So I think your best bet is to look for it. Okay. Pit stop over. Pit stop over. Okay. Sorry about that. Rude interruption, everybody. I'm just really sorry. Well, hello, handsome Sumo. You're a good boy. I saw you. Okay. Sumo, sit. Good boy. Lay down. Put it down. Good boy. So the Taurus energy so far was just, I am responsible. I'm a worker for my family. I dedicate myself to my family. I want to feed them the best things I can feed them. I want to give them the best life I can give them. I want to give them inheritance. Why? Because 7 from Taurus is Scorpio. 8th house, right? Not always in the 8th house, depending on your birth chart. Scorpio's not always in the 8th, but I'm just saying it's the energy. Because always 7 from Taurus is inheritance. It's always the loss or gain of money because of marriage. Okay? So this is going to always affect you, Taurus. It's always going to affect you. The personal property, the things, the energy of what you have to pay for and put in. It will always affect the Taurus. 1-7. Sit down. Come here, Sumo. Come on. Come in here. Come on. Get my Sumo. Put it down. Come on, Sumo. Hi, baby. Hi. Sit down, baby. Oh, you're a good baby. Settle. Settle. Oh, you're just wrecking everything. Okay. All right. Settle. Okay, sit by mama. Sit by mama. Settle. This is why I never have Sumo in here when I'm doing readings. This is why. Anyways, so I think it's safe to say, Taurus, that your relationship would be well. Now, with the 8 of Swords in reverse, you are going to feel tied and stuck. Tied and stuck to the family, obligated to the family. And Taurus, you're going to feel like there's an obligation I have to fulfill. I can't go anywhere. I am stuck here for the rest of my life. This is kind of, I get married once and I'm tied to them and I'm tied to their family forever. But what happens if you've been in a divorce? What happens if something like that happened? Well, then you still feel tied to them. The energy of this Taurus marriage is, I still feel like even if I have divorced, I'm still legally married in God's eyes. Or I'm still married to this person as a spouse and I'll always see them as my husband or wife. I'll, you know, even in whatever separation, if my ex called me over there to their house and said, can you help me fix my car? Something happened. The obligation that you feel is still there. And you would show up and you would fix their vehicle. Because you still feel very obligated to the marriage, very obligated to the situation. So if you're a Taurus or this Taurus placement's somewhere in the houses I've mentioned based on the number of marriages you've been in, however it resonates for you, you're very lucky to ever have been married or marry a Taurus energy or have a Taurus energy in one of the houses that count for a marriage, because this is someone that Hierophant energy, right? I'm committed to you for better or worse. And even if we ever did separate, you could count on me. And I would show up even 1,000 miles away if you needed me. It's that dedication. So, wow, I see why the Hierophant has the Taurus connected to it. Talk about oath and obligation and talk about dedication to a family and dedication to a freaking spouse, because damn, I think everybody would want this. Please be dedicated to me. Please be there for me through thick and thin. You know, that's what this is. I want to build with you. I want to grow with you. I want to cultivate with you. I want to share what I have with you. And I want to take care of you. Hello. Ding, 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 right? That's like winner, winner. Winner, winner. Okay, that's why it's the Wheel of Fortune. That's why. because you'd be damn fortunate to have a Taurus energy for marriage. Damn fortunate. Sumo, where are you going? You stay. Down, down, and be good. Be good, you little turdy. Be good. Be good, you little Shelly. Lay down. Go on. Lay down. Be cute. I love you. Oh, you're so cute. You're just so cute. Oh my gosh. You know, by the way, guys, Taurus is can't talk. Let me slow down. Sumo is a Taurus. That's what I'm trying to say. Get off my back. No. Oh gosh. Good gravy. Okay. So Sumo is a Taurus. He's dedicated, you know. I want to share this with you guys. Sumo, and I don't know if you guys have any advice. Sumo is a Taurus. He's a stubborn little motherfucker. But he is loyal to his family, and he just loves us so much, sweetheart. And I had an Amazon delivery guy show up here the other day. And Matthew knows he should not open the door to nobody. He knows better. But he did. And I was right behind him. I couldn't stop it. He thought since I was here and it was a package, it was fine. No, it wasn't fine. Well, I've never had this happen before. Sumo's just turned a year old recently. And Vedic astrology, okay? I don't follow it. Western. Anyways, the freaking door opens and the Amazon poor guy was there, and Sumo bust out that door like a wild freaking Hulk, because he's basically Hulk in a dog body. And he charged at like a bull, like he was Ferdinand the bull, okay? He should be Ferdinand because he's sweet, but he didn't look that sweet to the Amazon guy. He was growling and barking at the Amazon person. And scared the shit out of the poor man. He thought, who the fuck are you busting through my door trying to hurt my boy? He thought the man was trying to hurt Matthew. Like, you shouldn't be that close to Matthew. You shouldn't be that close to my boy. And you shouldn't be that close to my door. How dare you? Respect our property line. So he was like barking at him. He didn't bite him, but he was barking at him. And his hair was raised. And he's, you know, pit bull kind of, you know, American bully. His hair was raised on his back really high. And he was just corralling that guy out in the street. And the guy was like running around a truck and trying to avoid Sumo. And Sumo was just making sure he stayed 10 feet away from Sumo. And so he kept growling at him, you know, like, you know, get in your car and go. But the guy was too scared to get in the car, so I was already out there. And I'm like, can you just come by me? Yeah, I'm talking about that time. Yes, and that was naughty. Shame. I'm telling them about it.
Why did you do that?
Because I'm telling them what happened with Sumo, that he was being protective. And so I went out there to the guy and I was like, hey, can you just come by me and just shake my hand or stand by me so he knows you're my friend? If he knows you're my friend and you're not running off like a guilty criminal, he'll stop trying to get you. And so I got close to the guy, but he didn't want to get close to me. He was too scared. He was like, no, I don't think I want to get close to you. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm trying to catch Sumo, but he's not listening. He's not coming to me. He would come close to me, and then he would go back out after the guy. And then I would call him, and he'd come close to me again, but then he'd go back out after the guy. And I'm like, Jesus. I didn't have the leash because, you know, it was the midst of him running out. And by the time I grabbed Sumo's collar, and I'm holding the collar, I didn't have time to get no snacks, guys. I didn't have time to think. I didn't have time to grab leash, grab meat, grab chicken, grab nada. I mean, I was right behind Maddie and Sumo when it happened, and then he busted out the door. So I only had time to run out after Sumo with nothing and try to grab him. And he was in the street growling at this guy, and it was a mess, guys. He didn't get bit. Okay, the guy did not get bit. Sumo didn't even try to bite. He just growled and had his hair up and barked. He did bark at him all the way to the street. So he went past our walkway, past the garage, past the sidewalk in front of our house to where the cars were parked on the street, And he was in the street trying to get this person in the car. So that was a difficult situation. Suma was thinking, I got him on the run. Let's go get him. Yeah, no one wants to mess with my house. Suma will have their ass. He didn't bite anybody, but you know, that's that Taurus protection for you. What?
The charger at the living room, it's broken.
Okay. I'm working.
But what's gonna happen?
What charger?
Like the thing where you put a charger in. That's in the wall.
I don't know what you're talking about, so just go.
Right there, out to the living room. It's broken. It's very cracked.
I don't know what you're talking about. You have to show me when I'm done working, okay?
Okay. But I don't know what's gonna happen.
Anyways, I don't know what's going on in this house. We're gonna continue. So that was my Taurus energy there with my Taurus dog. Oh, what was this person saying? Oh, thank you for the $9.99, Tracy. I was trying to figure this out. I'm a Pisces with an ex-boyfriend. Also, Pisces lived with him. So that would be the 7th house, Cancer, Moon, married now. Legally, Taurus. So 2nd house. Oh, you all confused the fuck out of me here. Let me just count your relationships that you lived with. You lived with an ex-boyfriend, Tracy, and now you're legally married. So it doesn't count as the 7th house. It counts as the 2nd house. Okay? It counts as the 2nd house for you. But if you married a Taurus, which also says a good thing about your marriage, 2nd house, and it's Taurus, well then damn, the Taurus reading would resonate with you. A very loyal, dedicated partner. Elizabeth, oh my God, Stephanie, my kids needed me. But I'm married 2 times, no kids. And then lived with babies 2 on my 4th. Okay. Yes, 4th house, Aries. With Mars in the 12th house with Venus in Sagittarius. Wow, see that, girl? 4th house marriage situation in the sign of Aries. And Mars is in the 12th. That would definitely mean that it's a hostile home. It's a hostile home, Elizabeth. And with Mars there, telling you a little bit about ruling your marriage situation in the 12th, it would be Mars in the 12th house, correct, would represent a spouse isolated and away from you, in the hospital or in the jail, or just because they're far away. But that would tell you a little bit more about your marriage, and that it would be hostile. It would be fiery. There'd be a lot of arguments. You would know what you want with someone, but not always seeing eye to eye, okay? And then that person being gone. So let me know if that resonates, because like I said, watch how it resonates for your situation, based on your situation. So if that resonates to where your spouse, oh, which is true, he's in prison. Oh, shit. Ooh, damn. I got to put my cards down. Did you see that? Not that I'm happy, Elizabeth, and I'm sorry. But do you see how that astrologically works? That based on my system, the modern approach of marriage and relationships, just everyone so you know that it's validated, and it does work, my approach works, that she would be on her 4th marriage. It would resonate in the 4th house, in the sign of Aries, and the ruling planet would be in the 12th house, which would tell about her marriage, which would show to the difficulty, the trials and the tribulations she's in, and the separation from the spouse being in prison. Okay? Prison, 12th house, you guys know what that represents. Hospitals, prison, death, separation, far off places. So there you go. I'm just glad that it resonated, Elizabeth, because it says that this astrological system to help people see what marriage they're on based on my perception of it is working. That you can do the math. based on the relationships you're in. Okay? So for Jeff, as he said, you know, it would be his second. Technically, he would really want to look at that second house. And that's what this next relationship would be like. Okay? Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Yes, that's what I'm saying. You're on point with this new modern approach. Straight validated. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. I appreciate you. Steph, my first was a Taurus. Aw. So, Jeff, what is in your second house? What's the sign? What's the sign in your second house? Sag. Okay, so we're going to want to watch the Sag reading. Elizabeth, I really don't see how the sign would work in your relationship when I did Aries. The money, the showing off, the not having children or only having one. How does that resonate for you? I mean, is it maybe the tarot was off for you in that Aries sign, but what do you think? I would like to have your approach on that. Do you feel there's some truth to that? Did you have children with your current spouse? And does this spouse want to be involved in the children's lives? I mean, being in prison, I can see how he's not. Also, is he very good looking? Would be another thing to look at for that Aries reading I did. And are you very good looking? And, you know, is there a lot of being busy away from the kids in that marriage situation? I just want to see if there's any truth to that Aries reading. But if not, if that doesn't work out for you, Elizabeth, if the Aries doesn't work out for the placement of it, look at the sign of you and the sign of that person and maybe watch the tarot reading based on that. Yes, no, it resonates. He wants a trophy wife and no kids. See, Elizabeth, it resonates for her too. Even though that was a shitty ass fucking reading and he's hot as fuck, well, there you go. He's hot as fuck. He wants a trophy wife and he doesn't want kids. That's the Aries reading I just did, everybody. Watch it. And then she's got Aries in that fourth house for her fourth marriage placements. So she's under a lot of stress with someone like this because that's not who she is and not what she wants, but that's what's kind of going on. Okay? I already did Aries first before I just did Taurus. No, you're very far away from Pisces. We did not miss Pisces yet. We just did Taurus. I'm an Aries in Vedic. Marcus, did you resonate with the Taurus because you have a Taurus placement? He said he resonated a lot with that. I don't know. Oh, someone said just give Sumo a treat as a visual and then pull him off. Honey, I have one thing to say to you. Stubborn ass motherfucking Taurus. Stubborn ass motherfucking Taurus dog. He loves food more than anything. He's smacking food down right now. But in the moment of attack for his family, he is a bull that sees one target, and that's it. And when I've seen him be in protective mode, there wouldn't be a stake that could pull him off. There wouldn't even be a stake. The only thing that would pull him off is physical force. I wish I could have shown you what he did. Come on, Sumo, come on, boy, come on. Even when he came over, he was back on target. He was like, fuck all that. This guy needs to get off our property. You know? So, no, Taurus don't play, okay? Taurus people are very protective of their home, their homeland, and their family, okay? Their property. Don't fuck with the Taurus's property. Don't fuck with the Taurus's family. Okay, just don't mess with it, and you'll live. Okay, that's what Taurus is all about. Just don't mess with what I have and own, and you'll live. Like, I have no beef with you. I'm Ferdinand the Bull sniffing the flowers. But if you want to hurt someone, then we'll have a different story. Okay, we'll have a whole different story of what Taurus represents, and I'll show you the bull. Okay, I will show you the bull. Mars does very well in the sign of Taurus. Mars loves to be in the sign of Taurus. He does very well. Oh, gosh. Okay, so now we're going to be doing Gemini. Gemini. Marriage reading here for the sign of Gemini. As I said earlier, guys, for those of you that are just chiming in, I'm doing marriage readings. Now, I'm not an old, thousands years old traditional astrologer. I don't view marriage the same way a lot of people do, as a legal certificate of proof of union. I don't believe in that. I believe the marriages that I'm reading for are going to be if you moved in with someone and lived with them for a long period of time, more than 8 months, okay, as a Venus full circle around the sun. So I think you'd have to live with someone for more than 8 months or share a child and live in a home with someone. Even if it's for a short period, if you live with someone and make a child, you have an instant union, an instant Two of Cups DNA sharing. I think that would also count. So I'm looking at this as, you know, in that particular kind of way. Now, if you've lived with many people, some people have in this day and age, if you've lived with a few different relationships and you've been serious more than a few times, your first marriage is seen in the 7th house. Your second marriage is seen in the 2nd house of your birth chart. Birth chart, not Navamsha, birth. Your third marriage is seen in the 9th house, and your 4th marriage is seen in the 4th house. So you might want to follow these sign readings based on those, or maybe just based on you or your person. Please take what resonates for you, because it may resonate for you. This is just tarot. This isn't astrology. I'm just talking about astrology. But this is a tarot reading, and it's fluid, and it's versatile, and it's timeless, and it's transferable. So if you feel that this might resonate in another way, that's fine. But that's where I'm going as far as marriage and relationships. And if there's any Hindus or Indian astrologers out there watching me right now, can you let me motherfucking know what a 5th marriage house is? Because all the astrologers only went to 4 when they were talking about marriages in the houses. No one fucking mentioned a 5th. And my ass is going to be on a 5th if I have another one. So I would like to fucking know. I would like to fucking know. So if I have any expert astrologers watching me, please let me know what house a 5th marriage would be in. I'd fucking appreciate that shit. And no jokes on this lady, okay? I already told you all what happened, all right? I already told you all what happened. Oh, Lord. Okay. Monglik, all I have to say. Spirit, please guide and direct me in a Gemini reading for the sign of, well, for the message of marriage. The message of marriage and a Gemini sign. The message of marriage for the Gemini sign. Wait, someone had an answer. We need 5th, 6th, and 7th, just in case. Yeah, astrologers, we need a 5th, 6th, and 7th, just in case in this bitch, okay? I need more than 4, okay? I need more than 4, all right? Oh, God. Jenny, hi, Justice. Okay, I thought the bitches and their current partner live there. No, sorry, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I think that's my favorite word. Bitches. I don't know why. I'm loving the word bitches today. Bitch and bitches. I love it. How are you, bitches? Fucking love that word. I'm so sorry for the children listening, Elizabeth. God, I need to watch my mouth. Elizabeth, she says, for reals, I'm with you, Stephanie, because I'm a Monglik too. And if this one, thanks the Lord, if I can get another one, I need to look ahead of time, girl. I'm looking ahead myself. Where's the 5th? Where's the mother effing loving 5th, astrologers?
Come on. Me and Tim will play outside.
That's very good.
I was looking at a fun time.
Naughty.
And Tim was kind of by a point.
Yeah? Don't let him tear down my pink flowers. I like that flower.
Who was it?
Okay.
Like last time, Rose, she was onto that plant.
Yeah?
And she whipped flowers. Little reefs.
Okay.
She whipped reefs.
Well, I'll keep a better eye on her, okay? Now go on.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, geez. Okay, so this is for the sign of Gemini. Please take it how it resonates. It's either your sign that it resonates in or the sign in the house with the numbers of marriages based on the houses that I mentioned that it resonates in. Hope that doesn't fucking confuse you. And then someone says, sorry, I confused you. I love you guys. We all confused. It's Mercury retrograde. Just hang out. Just hang out and watch the tarot. It will make sense. It will make sense how it needs to make sense. Good Lord. Gemini, this is not looking great. I'm just going to be honest, okay? But it's not terrible either, okay? We have a Knight of Pentacles, the good loyal knight. Thank you so much, loyal knight. We also have the Five of Swords and the motherfucking devil, okay? Because we all know he's not nice. He's not a nice motherfucker. And in this case, it's a black widow. Okay? It's a black fucking widow. Ooh, I got chills. I got chills. Gemini energies. There may have been a death. There may have been a death if you've had a marriage situation, something to do with the sign of Gemini. I feel like there may have very well been a death. I cannot shake that feeling. It's more of a feeling and a knowing and a goosebumps that I feel with the Five of Cups. No, I'm sorry, Five of Swords. There was violence. There was pain. Look at his heart ripped out. There was just some suffering here. Some suffering and some pain with maybe a murder. Or possibly just a violent death, like a car accident or something like that. If not, that's okay, but that's just what I feel, okay? It doesn't have to be for everyone. Besides that weird feeling that I got, we have Four of Cups down here, okay? The planets that may be involved in a Gemini energy for some kind of violence or some kind of death situation would be Mars, the Sun, Rahu, and maybe a Saturn aspect or Saturn there, okay? But that may have had a contribution here to all of this, if something like that happened to you in a marital situation, okay? If not, it was a violent death of a marriage. Like this was a bitch-ass, mother-flippin' loving divorce. This was bitter, this was ugly, this was, I'm gonna smack you in the forehead, okay? Who are you playing? We have lying, cheating going on here. And the worst part of this Gemini marriage, it's kind of very two-faced as Gemini would go. But we have someone here that's loyal. I love you. I'm loyal to you. I would never cheat on you and I would never lie to you. And then we have someone that did that. I don't know who that is. I don't know if that's them promising and then they fuck up. I don't know if it's you promising and you kept your word and they fucked up on you. Like, I don't know how it happened or what's going on, but now you're Four Cups. Marriage sucks, Steph. How about that shit? How do you like them apples? Marriage, mother loving sucks. Okay? That's what I have to say about it. I'm not thrilled about it. Okay? Maybe you've been married more than once. Or maybe you've been put through the ringer here with the Black Widow. She's just looking pissed. But she's like, you want to talk about marriage? Sure, Black Widow. I got a lot of experience with marriage. Let me tell you. You asked. You wanted to know what marriage was like. You want to know the dirty shit? You want to, okay, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. Okay? I'm going to tell you, and you're going to sit there, and you're going to mother love and listen. Let me tell you about marriage. Let me tell you about how it does me. All right? Let me tell you about how it does Gemini. It hurts. They want to rip your heart out. They want to love you, put it back together, and then rip that mother lover out again. That's how it feels. Do you want that? So there's kind of, there's a pain and there could very well be a bitterness here for Gemini energy. Just like marriage is not all it's cracked up to be. Literally cracked. And the man is cracking. He's made of concrete and he's just cracking. He's crack-a-lacking, all right? And so this is the tale. the tale, the grim tale from Gemini's perspective about marriage. Because Gemini is beautiful, Gemini is handsome, Gemini is charming, Gemini is very good looking. I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, Gemini is usually a 10, you know, at least an 8, a good 8, you know. And Gemini's like, I have no problem getting love. I have no problem getting suitors. I have no problem getting engaged. I have no problem having people commit or want to move in or share a home, make babies. I have zero problem in that arena. My problem is when I get there and we execute the plan that we planned on for a long time, Knight of Pentacles, it always gets screwed up, Five of Swords.
We have really good fun time this time.
That's good.
We were running to do, and I threw the snake for Sumo, so we didn't catch it. And me and Sumo were playing on a jump ring, and we found this strange string of the jump ring with all the strings. And yeah, we had a fun time.
Okay, that's good, baby.
Yeah.
Anyways, sorry, I got to do two things at once here, guys. Gemini, I'm just going to hurry up with you and just say you're not exactly thrilled about marriage, okay? Marriage has done nothing but betray you, backstab you, and break your heart. Okay, what did you get good from that marriage? Well, not a lot, okay? You held on to those marriages as long as you could until you were forced to let go. And that's really what it comes down to. In a Gemini marriage, it's I'm going to hang on as long as I can, but maybe we're going to fall off the cliff. You know, maybe I had 3 fingers on the cliff, maybe I had 2 fingers on the cliff, but I'm going to hang on as best as I can. I don't want to let you go. I'm going to continue to try, and try again until I can't try anymore. I am the loyal knight. I do want to pursue this marriage. I do want to make it work only as long as I possibly can. At the end of the day, it's just going to end up 4 cups, unfortunately. Okay, it's just not satisfied. You tried and you tried your best. And I want to give you daps for that, you know. Okay, you did your best. You didn't do anything terrible here. I mean, maybe the other person thinks you did. Maybe they think it's your fault. But there was cheating. And there was lying. Okay? And it happens. Sometimes this is a first marriage. A first major relationship. Sometimes. You know, sometimes it's the second or the third or the one that you thought was it. And it didn't end up to be that way. Illusions are very good at pretending they're awesome. They're really not. And so you kind of got the wool pulled over your eyes. Now you know the truth and you're not, you know, you're wiser and you're smarter because of it. So you grew a lot from this relationship. You grew so much. And now, you know, the sun is only yet to come. Okay, good shit is on the way. Because you've already been there, done that. Okay? So I do think that you're going to have someone better in the future, honey. It may take some years. It may take some years after this relationship. But there is a loyal knight that's going to be as loyal as you years down the road. Just get back on the horse again. And that's what I'm hearing for you, Gemini. Get back on the horse again. Okay? When you fall, when you get knocked off, get on the horse again. Okay? Don't give up on love. 4 cups, giving up on love, because this one really did you in. Okay? This one really cut you to the quick. This one really just cut you deep. This one showed you how ugly a marriage could be. And you really feel, ugh, I don't know about all this. You know, don't let it ruin you, honey. There is somebody worth your while. This was just a life lesson and most likely just a karmic relationship with the Devil card. Karmic relationship. If this is yet to come for someone, if this is in your future, don't run away from it. Go head on. Go head on into this relationship. See, someone said, I'm 21. I still have had no relationship. Okay. Well, if this is you and this is in your 7th house, Gemini, you're a Sag rising. Okay. If this is you, go head on. You're supposed to do it. You got to learn these lessons. You got to go through this life. And you're going to grow from this. It may end up shitty, but you're going to grow from this. And you're going to move on, back on the saddle again, back on the horse again, and you're going to meet someone wonderful with a bag full of treasures, because the treasures you got from this relationship are wisdom, okay? Jewels and pearls of wisdom, all right? So go for it. Whether it's already happened to you or not yet, just go for it, gems. Go for it. If you guys are just tuning in now, I urge you to watch the beginning of this message and even 60 minutes to 90 minutes into this message, because there's some really good information about what I'm reading about and why I'm reading it this way and what it means for you and how you should be following the signs of what I'm reading. So if you're just tuning in, please don't forget to do that so you can have a little bit more direction in this reading, okay? I didn't mean to confuse everybody with this, but I just wanted to go in on this a little bit more detailed. Okay, Spirit, please guide and direct me now for the sign of Cancer. Okay, Cancer, keep in mind, everyone, check your charts. See how it resonates based on your marriages, how many you've had, how many moved-in relationships you've had. Follow that trail, follow the golden road, the yellow brick road, and see where you're at on that little roster. See if it's your first, second, third, fourth, hell, maybe fifth, you know? Follow down that roster and just see what it would mean for you, okay? So right now we're doing Cancer. Cancer, what I'm hearing is somebody is just full of surprises. Ooh, damn. Tower card. I feel like it needs to be upright, though. This might have already happened, which is why it was reversed. But somebody you met was full of mother-loving surprises, Cancer, however this resonates for you, okay? King of Swords could have definitely been a Scorpio, Libra character. Damn, we got the Black Widow again. We got the Devil. Page of Pentacles in reverse and Five of Cups. Cancer, it came out loud and proud to me. Number one, this was a soulmate. Capricorn.
Me and someone were playing. Someone bed me, and he came to cheer me up.
He came to chew you up?
To cheer me up.
Cheer you up?
Yeah, because I was crying. So he came to cheer me up. And a good baby.
Okay, tell him be good and be nice.
He's waiting down, be nice. And
Okay. Cancer, this is really sad. This is a soulmate for the sign of Cancer, and Capricorn may very well be involved. Scorpio, Libra, and Capricorn, but Capricorn's really loud, really mother-loving loud, okay? Then you have the Five of Cups. So this is regret, remorse, and heartache, all right? I can tell you this is going to be about children. A part of this is going to be about children, because the sign of Cancer innately brings children into the mix, because Cancer is the mother, the father, the matriarch, the nurturer of the family, okay? And then there's the 1-7, there's the Devil energy, Cappy. And so this is someone that you would have married or moved in with, okay, that you made children with, because when Cancer moves in with someone, when Cancer wants to marry someone, children are always involved, okay? Cancers don't get married to not make babies. It's just not, that's not in their character. Even if Cancer was 60 years old and gets remarried, Cancer is going to adopt a bunch of freaking puppies and cats and shit. Fur babies. They're like, I may be old, but I'm still having babies. I still got to have something to nurture, to grow, to care for. I don't care if it's a baby squirrel. Cancer's like, I got to nurture something. I got to call something my baby. Okay? That's Cancer. That's just how they are. Period. Even if they want to nurture and baby their spouse, like they got to nurture and baby something. They got to kiss, they got to hug, they got to love, they got to tend to their sickness, tend to their needs. They got to cook for someone. They want to do those things. Even Cancers make excellent grandparents because they love to nurture and dote on the grandchildren. You know, come to my house. A Cancerian grandparent has a bedroom dedicated to the grandkids. Beds, bunk beds and all, toys, doll houses, red little fire trucks, you know, train sets and all of it. Cancerian grandparents, like, I've always got a room in the house for children. Always. And if there's no possible way for them to have children or grandchildren, even great-grandchildren, they still dote on them. It's always a puppy or a kitty room. Puppy or kitty room. They got a room just for the cats. It's usually the freaking sunroom, or, you know, they got a room right there in their room for the dogs. I saw somebody on YouTube post, they were building like under the bed play yards for their dogs with lights and everything down there. That's Cancer.
I think Steve's being good today.
Yeah, he is being very good. He's tired and thirsty. You might want to get him some water.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Come on, Sumo.
Sumo's just following Maddie around. It's so cute. Oh my God, he's such a good boy. His leash got caught under the door, baby. Poor Sumo. So anyways, here's the sad news here for the Cancer marriage situation that I'm reading for. We have a Cancer here that had a child or children. In reverse, it didn't go as planned. Okay? It just did not go as planned. Maybe a spouse, you know, Five of Cups is remorse and sadness and sorrow and grief. Maybe a spouse died, you know, in Afghanistan, or maybe a spouse, you know, got hurt. Maybe they are sick with cancer. You know, there might be some issues here related to the parent of their child. And it just didn't, their mothering and their fathering did not go as planned. It may also be Tower card moment where the spouse cheated, lied, maybe got another one pregnant. There was an unexpected pregnancy with somebody else. Maybe they couldn't have kids and their spouse had children with another. You know, maybe they had a child with someone and their spouse left and moved on with somebody else. Thank you. You know, somebody might have moved on and left the family. There could be a divorce. I'm not going to lie, Cancer, this is a divorce. You know, this is just not how you thought it would be. And whether you're a male or a female, or this is in your second house, your fourth, you know, your seventh or your ninth, depending on your marriages, however this works, Cancer energy, the marriage did not go as mother effing planned. It didn't. And somebody else got involved, third party. Maybe it was in-laws, maybe it was another lover. I don't know. I don't know. You'll know, okay? But that's how the Tower came in. You know, it was an intrusion. This is an invader, the Devil card. You've invaded our home. You've invaded our family. Our marriage is ruined. Ruined. Pissed off. We have a pissed off, you know, person here. Just done. How in the hell did this happen? So for the Cancer energy, it's just how this is going to go, because this may be the future, or it may have been what you've already gone through. But the stress of it all has just... the purpose of it was to force you to break karmic cycles. It was also to force you to let go of how Cancer wants to hang on to a situation. Cancer wants to hang on. I just want to hang on. I just want the perfect home and the perfect family. I don't care about money. I don't care about, you know, traveling. I don't care about cars. I don't care about how great they do in school or I'm not one of those push it parents, you know. I just want them to live a healthy, happy life, whatever they do. And I just want me and my spouse to grow old together in a little house or whatever and just make lemonade and sit on the porch and just enjoy our lives and look back on our lives and say how proud we are of our children. You know, that's all Cancer really ever freaking cares about. Are you healthy? Are you happy? Cancer always checks in, are you healthy? Are you happy? That's it. If those needs are met, Cancer's great. Cancer feels like they are the richest person in the world. So anyways, this tower just wrecked your life, and really what it's going to show you, Cancer energy, is you can't hang on to those ideals forever, that things happen and they require change and they require healing. And you're going to have to go deep inside yourself to find it. Another message is you're not going to find your happiness in your children. That's the hardest message for Cancer to take. Having children is what makes Cancer want to be here. So having the devil come in and say you can't hang on to them, they're not going to fulfill you, they're not going to make you happy, they're not going to hold the marriage together, they're not going to create a world for you. Your children are a blessing, but they are not the sun and the moon rising and setting on your life. You have your own life. And I think accepting that you need to love you is the karma that is being looked at here. Cancer needs to love Cancer. Shock. Shock for a Cancer. I'm not created to love myself. I'm created to love others. That's my purpose. I know it feels a lot like that, and yes, that is part of your purpose, but it's only 50% of your purpose. It's only 50% of who you are. The other 50% is a spiritual, psychic, intuitive, a healer, a teacher of the young at heart, a teacher of the souls that need guidance in what else is out there past this world. You're a great teacher. You're also a great comforter. You're wonderful at cooking. You're wonderful at decorating a home. You're wonderful at creating a home. You're wonderful at counseling families on how to work on their heart and what they need. Even if you're not the person for the job, you know who to call. You're resourceful. So there's a lot more to you than just that, than just marriage and babies. And I think that's what Cancer's little lesson here with the Devil card and the Five of Cups you need to learn. So anyways, we're going to move on from this, but basically in a marriage situation for the sign of Cancer, whether it represents the sign in the house as mentioned for the number of marriages you're on, or it represents your sign or your lover's sign, maybe your Venus or Jupiter, okay, whatever that resonates, however this resonates for you, please take it for how it resonates for you, and just know those are some of the lessons that need to be learned, that sometimes things don't always work out as planned. Sudden shocks happen every day. There's losses, there's grief, there's separations, there's heartbreaks, there's sudden illnesses. There's things you have to move away from, and the devil is your grip on, I will not let go of what I used to have. You don't want to let go of the past. This is a transition into what will be. And you need to be open and heal and recover from all of the shocks that came your way that you did not intend. My only true statement for what this marriage will crack up to be is whatever's meant to be will be. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be, baby, if it's meant to be. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be, baby, if it's meant to be. Right, that's the song I'm hearing. So you need to remember that, Cancer. People do get through towers together, and sometimes they don't. But it's going to be how you learn and how you grow and how you let go of the plan not working out how you wanted it to. If you're willing to go with the flow, things may work out in your favor. If you're willing to not go with the flow and resist, everything that you resist persists. And that's just going to be problems. So that is your advice, Cancer. And that is your little reading. So there you go. I hope you don't get another tower in these readings. Oh, good. Oh, I don't know about that one. You should still please look for the remote for me.
I don't know what it is.
Just keep looking. Be helpful. Okay, so now we're going to move on into Leo. Leo, marriage energy. Show me the Leo marriage energy. Wow, and look who pops up, Leo. You do. Hello, I'm Leo. In reverse, but I'm Leo just the same. I am the lovely lion. Okay, I know who I am. I know who I am. No. No. Six of Swords in reverse, Three of Swords in the upright, Ace of Cups in the upright, and Strength card, your card, in reverse. Well, damn. I think it goes without saying a word. With the Three of Swords energy, Leo, this relationship, this marriage ends in heartbreak. Or at least has heartbreak involved. Let's keep it at that. There's heartbreak involved. Okay, Leo, if this involves a marriage of some type, there is going to be heartbreak. Leo is good looking. Leo is charming, just like Aries. We're bringing in that fire energy again. Okay, we're bringing in someone that gets everyone's attention. We're bringing in someone here that is sexy as mother loving F, okay? We're bringing in someone here that knows how to turn it on in all the right places, okay? This is a very fast romance, and you've lost all control of yourself. Oh, inhibitions? Gone. Gone. Control, self-control? Gone. Restraint? What restraint? Excuse me? Excuse me? You think I'm going to have some restraint with that? No. You know what I'm saying? And Six of Swords in reverse is I can't move on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Six of Swords reverse. I can't move on from this person. For whatever reason, I'm still clinging. I'm still hanging on. There is going to be new love for you. Ace of Cups in the upright. New love is going to come in for you. You're going to need to welcome it in. It's going to be a water sign. Someone that wants to give you the world and everything beautiful inside of it. Okay, somebody's like, I want to love you, honey. I want to give you the world. I want to give you everything and some. I want to give you so, so much. Under that Six of Swords in reverse, look over here. Six of Wands in the upright. Hello, Victory March. Then there's the Star card. Are you kidding me? I want to march you into victory. I want to march you into a wish fulfillment of the best relationship you're ever going to have. Okay, so this is for a Leo energy, whatever it has to do with your marriage cycle. There's going to be a lot of heartbreak, and you're just going to have a real hard time letting go of the relationship, which I think was an ending. It's either going to be an ending or it is an ending. For some people, there is no tower here or anything, but sometimes the ending is the way things used to be, not necessarily a breaking up from the marital partner, but more of a breaking up of the way things used to be, which was hot, sexy, romantic, passionate, and intimate. It might turn more into a friendship than all that hot passion.
Good news happened.
What?
I found it.
That's good news.
Yeah.
I know you'd find it.
It was under the blanket and I checked there and I had to check again.
Good job.
It was there when I looked under the couches.
Good job.
That's awesome.
I love you.
Love you.
Oops. Oh, something. Oh, I don't have enough. I wanted to read something from this book. Okay. This is what I wanted to read for Leo. Sorry you get kind of a little bonus message, but I wanted to read something out of this book. It's about Archangel Zadkiel, and it's about verifies and vindicates. And it says, this is the presence of forgiveness and mercy. A sparing someone's suffering. It is righteousness that has checked itself and been cleared of all suspicion. In a reading, it shows that there is no harmful intent and that the situation is as it appears. To accept what has been presented to you is the challenge. The lesson, working as if something is true can lead to it becoming true. Faith is going to be tested into this Leo reading. And the faith that's going to be tested is your faith in marriage and your faith in commitment. And it's going to be how much do you believe that you can fix this, and how much do you believe you met this person for a reason, and how much you want to move this forward. If you want to stay married to someone after a heartbreak, maybe some infidelity or maybe some kind of lies or deception, whatever might have happened. Hey guys. Sorry, I had Maddie tie him up and I don't know what's going on. Oh yeah, after this. Well, I might make this a part 2, guys, in a few minutes. I'm on Leo, so I'm going to stop at Libra, and then I'll make this a part 2, just to give you guys some space in that. Okay? So what I see happening here is there might have been some kind of disruption in the relationship. Most likely it just broke your heart. Whatever it was, it just breaks you down, Leo. Maybe it was infidelity. Maybe it was lies about how someone felt. Maybe it was lies about money. Maybe it was, you know, deception in a higher order. Who knows what deception and what lies and what pain befall you, Leo. But Leo is the sign of the heart, and there is a broken heart. And it's very hard for you to recover. So it's either A, you're going to move on and meet someone new and be happy that you meet someone really, really great, a wish fulfillment, somebody that would never break your heart, you know, and that would be wonderful for you. And you can get over this person, or it's going to be that you're going to forgive this person and you're going to accept the situation for what it is. And you are going to have to start from ground zero. You are going to have to start straight from the bottom and work your way up again. That's what this Ace of Cups is. It's a new beginning because you have to start from the bottom. And you're going to have to work your way up. Okay? And so this is going to be the hardship, and this is going to be the struggle. Do you want to stay with this person and forgive them and make it last and start from the ground up and work on this relationship from the very beginning? It doesn't matter how many years have been involved. Or do you want to let this person go completely, heal and recover, forgive them, and meet someone new and live a happy and fulfilled life? Either way, I think it's kind of a choice for Leo. It's a choice, and you get to figure out what it is you want. Okay, so you have a decision to make. You have a very big decision to make. Or at least this already happened in the past, or it may happen in the future. Okay, well, that's all I have to say. That is what it would have to do for a Leo. Now remember, like I said, it doesn't have to be a Leo sign of someone's placements. okay? It could be Leo in the 2nd, 7th, 4th, or 9th house, depending on your marital situation, okay? So it really just depends how you want to view that Leo reading, how it resonates for you, or if it resonates at all. And a lot of you guys haven't been married yet, so this may be a marriage that comes up for you in the future. You may marry a Leo, or you may marry in Leo timing, or whatever relationship. Maybe Leo's in your 7th house. You know, this may be a situation that you're going to be confronted with in 10 years from now. And you're going to remember this reading, and you're going to learn to forgive and forget and start over or move on. But maybe you'll remember this reading. Okay, so now we're going to move on here to Virgo. Eight of Pentacles, Virgo energy. Death card, Scorpio energy. Seven of Wands. Page of Swords. All right, guys, are you ready? Virgo. First of all, Virgo is going to be getting a lot of tattoos of their spouse. Like, there's a Virgo that's like, I'm going to put your name on me. I'm a Virgo and I'm going to put my name on you. Or, you know, maybe it's just the energy of the marriage. Maybe neither of you are Virgo, but Virgo happens to be in your 7th, 2nd, 4th, or 9th house based on whatever relationship, marriage you're in. But there is the energy of, I'm going to put your name on me, honey. Or they're going to put your name on them. You know what I mean? But this is either meeting someone that has a lot of tattoos, or maybe you do, or just, I want to dedicate myself to you by putting your name or your picture on my body. You know, I want to represent you. So there is this energy here of, I want to have matching tattoos, or I want to, you know, get a tattoo of you, or whatever, however this resonates for you. You might just meet someone that has a lot of tattoos. That is strong Virgo vibration, okay? Which would be September timeframe, you know? The end of September, yes, Vedic, okay? And it would even go into October in Vedic. A lot of people like, Steph, October is Libra. No, motherfuckers. I don't do Western astrology. I do Vedic sidereal. So it's late September going into mid and later October, okay? That's where it resonates from. At least mid-October. Mid-September to mid-October, okay? And that's if somebody falls into that placement. I don't know. Anyways, doesn't have to be a birth date. Could be a moon, could be a rising. Could be a rising moon Vedic, whatever. Could be your Venus, could be your Jupiter. Could be one of the houses I mentioned for marriage. You have to see how it resonates. But I'm just going to keep doing the reading. Because fuck all those details. There's also somebody here that's been very resistant towards communication. And for this Virgo energy with marriage, there might be the death of a relationship or the death of a partner. Okay? So death of relationship or death of partner. There might even be the death of a child with the Page of Swords in reverse. So it could have been a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius child. But there's going to be a lot of suffering here in the relationship. And a lot of resistance towards healing. Okay? A lot of resistance. And then there's still a lot of effort and work put into this relationship with the Eight of Pentacles. So somebody wants to push this forward and push this into a really good place. They want to heal it. They want to recover it. They want to heal this relationship. They want to paint over the scars, paint over the wounds. I feel like somebody would have had a scar, and instead of having an ugly ass scar showing all their lives, they say, I want a tattoo to cover the scar. You know, make a tattoo to cover the scar. And whether it's metaphorical or literal, the energy of this situation is I want to put something beautiful on top of something so terrible. Okay? Whatever was shitty in our life, I want to make it beautiful now. I want to paint a new picture. I don't like the cards that we've been dealt. Okay? I don't like what you've had to suffer with and what I've had to suffer with. I want to make it nice. You also may never get the apology you ever wanted to get. Somebody here in this Virgo marriage energy is like, I just really wanted an apology. I wanted an apology. I wanted this person to say I'm sorry. Or I just wanted some kind of justice energy given to me, and it may never come. It may never come because someone is resistant towards giving you what it is you want. And are you willing to accept that and be okay with that? Because the Death card is about loss and transformation. Are you going to allow this to transform you, or are you going to stay stuck in an energy and not let it transform you? Because at some point, however this resonates, somebody doesn't want to let go of what was. Kind of like, I think that was kind of like Cancer's reading a little bit. Letting go of what was, accepting what is, and making the most of it. Because you can't change the past. You just can't. And there's a time to lay it to rest. Put flowers on the grave and say, I love you. And say it was beautiful. And say, I let you go. I let you go now. I'm never going to recreate what we had in somebody else. Or however you were in our youth, I know you're never going to be that way again. What we had was special. What we were was special. And as much as I don't want to let that go, I'm willing to grow with you and I'm willing to change. This is kind of the energy of accepting, like, we're never going to have kids. Page of Swords in reverse. I got a hysterectomy, or I got a vasectomy, or, you know, I just went through menopause. We're not going to be able to have another child. Or, you know, I had a mastectomy done. I, you know, came down with cancer, something happened, and I had a surgery. And it's very hard for me to let go of my body, very hard to let go of what was. Either way, it's really just talking about that transformation, that something beautiful can come from something, even through a death. And if you've never been married and Virgo pops up in your 7th house, or, you know, they're under that sign or whatever, you might be faced with this at some point down the road in your marriage. Or your person will. And remember, like I said, I'm not just talking about legal marriages with an actual paper and contract. I'm talking about making children with someone, spending a life with someone, moving in with someone for a long period of time, or living with someone and making and creating a family. That all comes under the terms of marriage as far as astrology goes. Because astrology sees the children, astrology sees the home. That wasn't the same way thousands of years ago. There wouldn't have been a home without the marriage in the years ago. So anyways, I don't know what's going to be happening. There could be the death of a child, the loss of communication, the loss of the past, the loss of what was. But I hope that you guys can build and create and work on a new situation together. Okay? I'm not going to lie. I will not lie to you. The Dashtana houses, the most shitty houses of the entire zodiac, is Virgo, Scorpio, and Pisces. So I'm not going to lie. I will not lie to you. That's the most difficult houses. And from what I've found personally, based on astrology, based on people that have some major loss of spouse or children or parents or family in their life, they always have one of those three signs. They always do. You lose a child, I know you got Pisces or Virgo or Scorpio in there. You lose a husband, I know you got Pisces, Scorpio, or Virgo in there. You lose parents, I know you got Pisces, Scorpio, or Virgo in there. Always. And that's what I've seen on my chart analysis. Period. So I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there's a death card here sitting in my face up front. Let's just say that maybe in your Virgo energy at some point during your marriage or relationship, you may have to go through one of those things. This is, you have to focus your brain, Virgo energy, on something else. You have to keep busy. You have to join a class, a painting class, a knitting class, a senior citizens group. You have to join circles with friends. You have to join a book club. You have to work somewhere and use your creativity. You're going to have to paint, or you're going to have to sew, or you're going to have to jog, exercise, whatever. This is just keep your mind busy. Keep your mind busy here, Mercury, Virgo energy, right? Keep your mind busy so you're not overly focused on what happened and resisting the process and the evolution of a death and a healing from the death. There's much to be learned and much to be spoken about with all of this, but sometimes some of the best things are not spoken. They're experienced. Some of the biggest lessons you're going to have in this marital relationship is words left unsaid, but looks from the eyes. Watery looks from the eyes of tears, or hugs straight from the heart, or moments in silence together. Whatever this will be, sometimes the best messages and the best lessons to learn don't need words. So it's just going to be a lot of healing in that way, being creative, using your mind, doing your artistic, creative approach, whatever that is, and not resisting the inevitable, not resisting the death of a partner, spouse, children, or marriage. Okay, do not resist that. Allow it to flow through you and grow with you. It will be a part of you always. And obviously some people will leave a mark on someone, like metaphorically leave a mark on them, but also maybe literally leave a mark on them. You know, you may have someone's name tatted on you, someone that meant a lot to you. So whatever this is in the regards to marriage, Virgo, they will leave a mark on you and you will leave a mark on them, okay? There will be death and transformation involving your marriage energy, but it's all a part of the destiny, all a part of the path. Stay focused and stay grounded. Okay, so now we're going to do Libra. And then I'll cut the video short and then we'll do this part 2, okay? We'll do a part 2 a little later. I just have to run to the bank after this. Elizabeth had a message. Stephanie, I did. My husband, his third, and has Virgo in his 9th house. And an eagle on my crown covering a scar. Aww. Anniversary 1020. Communication not the greatest. Aww. See, Elizabeth's speaking some truth, seeing how that resonates. Thank you for being on board with this message today, Elizabeth. I appreciate that. Thank you for letting me know this method works via astrology and tarot, because this is fun, mixing tarot in with astrology. All right. So now we're going to get into Libra. Libra marriage. Libra marriage. No. Libra marriage, you may have something in tune with the Leo. That card popped up with the Leo. But there's also the King of Pentacles. Earth King, I don't know. Could be an Earth woman. Could marry an Earth woman. Okay. So this person could be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. There's also some Cancerian vibes in here at the Ace of Cups. Pisces vibes also here at Judgment. Okay? And the Leo energy. But anyways, Libra, there's going to be a past that will come back up to haunt you. You're going to be living on the high horse. You're going to be living up there in the clouds like you're in heaven, okay? And then you're going to meet someone new. You're going to love someone new from the past. And it's going to want you to change everything. Six of Wands. It's part of destiny. I do think that you're going to be kind of shocked. I think you almost want to refuse this new energy. But I definitely feel like there's a partner from your past that pops up for you, whether you're married or not. Like this relationship that pops up from the past will lead to marriage, most likely because you were already married to them before. So there's a past life marriage that wants to come back into the world. And this person is going to run their own business or be very successful in what they do in their career. This person is going to be very good at making money and may have more money than you. This person is smart, but also caring and kind and sensitive. This person will have a love of animals. And this might be a small person, petite. Or maybe you're small and petite, Libra. But it will be kind of an odd relationship. Either they'll be bigger than you and you'll be small and petite, or you're going to be bigger than them and they'll be small and petite. But you're going to have new life with this person again. They're going to be fully awakened and heavily into meditation. They're going to be spiritually minded, and they're going to have a lot of knowledge or things that speak about chakras. A lot of chakra healing and chakra alignment and spirituality and gemstones. And this person would have heavy water in their chart. I know they'd be a King of Pentacles, but I feel like their sign would have something strongly related to water. Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. And this person would be loving and nurturing and caregiving. I think you're going to have success in a second marriage. I think you would have success in a second marriage, or just whatever marriage after the one you think is it. But there's a successful marriage that comes to you in the form of someone you've already known before. And it was meant to be, and it was created in 5D before it happened in 3D. I kind of feel like the timing was perfect, and Spirit kind of aligned you guys in a meeting. This person would have very thick or long hair. Brown with maybe some highlights involved in it. Maybe lighter than yours, I don't know. But very thick hair. Possibly some curls. Some curls may be involved. I do feel like you guys are going to have new life together, or you're going to make a child. There's also something spiritually connecting you guys about a daughter. There's a daughter, just one girl. I don't know if it's because you guys made this daughter together or one of you already had this daughter, but there's a daughter that is also tied to you guys in a karmic way. And this daughter had known you guys before in a past life, possibly, and has some part to play in bringing you two together again. Somehow. There's some kind of a role that this person has to play in the bringing together of these soulmates, either, you know, on purpose or on accident. But this girl would definitely have a part to play. So anyways, I think this relationship was also past life in a big city. So I don't know what this is, but it's reminding me of like New York or Italy or London or who knows, but look at that big city. Maybe you live in a big city now, I don't know. But I would say judgment is past life. I do think maybe in a past life there would have been some city, something between you guys. Or the person that you're going to marry and be with is going to come from a big city or have knowledge and experience from a big city. Or maybe they just do business in a big city. But that will have some part to play. I see a successful marriage. It will be a new marriage, Ace of Cups. And it may be older in life because King of Pentacles is here. And that would be a more mature marriage. So I'm definitely thinking over the age of 36. Doesn't have to be, but it could be. And I think it will be successful. I think there's going to be some hardships, but that's just to get to this point. Yellow is going to be really important for someone here. I feel like maybe a Jupiter would rule this person. That would be like their ruling ascendant lord, Jupiter. Maybe they also decorate with yellow or they wear a lot of yellow. Yellow may be a prominent color placement as some kind of a meaning in your relationship. Also, yellow gold might be something. I just feel like this person is responsible. I feel like this person is dedicated and loyal. I feel like they want to bring new life into the relationship. And I feel like they want to grow with you. And I think that after a long war or after a long cold just experiences in love or hardships in love or hardships in life in general, I think that this is the Six of Wands. This is the victory. All that hard work, all that life experience lines you up for the right person, for the right time, all divine timing. And it's about dealing with karma. This, whether it's a lasting relationship for forever or you've moved on, Eight of Cups is down here, maybe you've moved on, they've passed away, or it just didn't work out, this would always be the most meaningful relationship in your life. You know what I mean? Like the one, the love of your life, the one. That's what this would be, the one. And I think that's the proper title here for Libra and this person from the past. This person would be the one. And nobody else could ever compare or hold a candle to this situation. And I do believe that success could come from this if you want to work at that. Like major success. I'm feeling like a beautiful home and a beautiful business and a beautiful car and a beautiful family. Like all of that could be blessed if you're willing to take this on. How would you know who this person is? Well, I gave you some examples of how you would know who this person is. and that a girl would be involved in some way. Maybe it's a sister, maybe it's a daughter, maybe it's a sister-in-law, maybe it's a daughter. I don't know, I already said that. Whatever, a friend. But there would be a sign for you. And I guess, what are the signs? Flowers, yellow flowers. I'm also feeling big metal flowers, like maybe there's big metal flowers somewhere where you meet someone, or flowers painted on the ground, or flowers painted somewhere. I don't know. I also feel like August would be a prominent month of meeting this person or running into this person. Yes? That's yours.
Is it soap for hands or hair?
No, it's a face wash.
The face wash?
It's to help not have pimples and stuff.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright, and
We're going to be going soon, yes.
yes.
So get yourself washed up.
Alright. You mean like take a shower?
No, I mean do your hair.
Oh.
Wash your hands.
Yeah.
Shave.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Alright, and hello viewers. Good day to all of you.
Good day. All right. All right, I'm done. I'm going to do a part 2 on this video here in a little bit after we come back.
Alright.
Oh!
There we go. I bid y'all adieu.
Adieu, adieu, adieu to me and
No,
you.
not like that.
Okay. All right. Well, guys, is there any questions here on this Libra reading? I think that's pretty much it. Flowers are going to be kind of a big deal here for you guys, flowers and butterflies. Spring and going into summer would be the time of meeting for this person, just FYI.
See y'all.
Spring and summer. Bye. I love you. Also, meeting people in an arena around a lot of people may also be a message. Obviously in a big city, I don't know, but you will be around a lot of people when you run into this person. So if you do run into this person, it will be around quite a many different people, okay? And they will still stand out as if you've ever known them before. Okay, they will still stand out. So whether it's August on the dot or somewhere around spring or summer, get prepared to meet this person. If you've already met this person and this is your past, I think it's a blessed union. And I think you guys will overcome all obstacles, okay? You will always have the divine pouring love and healing onto your hearts and into your relationship. And I think with the Six of Wands, you will overcome and win over all enemies or over any other drama. Okay? So God is with you. The universe supports you in this relationship, in this marriage, in this union. And you will overcome all the barriers that hit you because this was divinely orchestrated and divinely meant to be. Okay? All right. So that is my beautiful readings, guys, for the marriage readings. If you're wondering, you know, Steph, how did you get those messages? Where do they come from? How are you zoning in on them? What is it that, like, I should look at? My sun, my rising, my moon? You can look at all those. They can play a part. They can play a part for sure. We're just doing tarot, not astrology. They can play a part. But astrologically, where I was trying to hone in on was the marriage for people. And for me, it's not legal paper marriage, okay? It can be legal paper marriage. That's perfectly fine and welcome in this reading, 100%. 100%. Number one is legal marriages into this reading. The other one is going to be spiritual marriage, which is going to be seen astrologically in your birth charts. If you guys are unsure of your birth charts, please go to Vault of the Heavens Lahiri Ayanamsha. Google that. Vault of the Heavens Lahiri Ayanamsha. Hit the North Indian chart, not the South. I think it's easier to read. And you'll see your sign placements. And where I'm focusing on as far as marriage, if this is your first relationship for marriage, it would be the 7th house. First ever relationship. First person you moved in with. First person you shared a home and a life. and a child with, or first person you gave your, took their last name, or you gave them your last name, first person you shared a life with, first major relationship where you live together. How about this? First relationship where you make a life together. You share your life and you make a life. Okay? And for some people, that's their very first marriage, very first relationship. For other people, maybe you moved in with someone at 19 years old, shared an apartment, spent 5 years together, made a couple of babies, never went down the aisle. That still counts. Astrologically, for me, and the proof of how this works, that still counts in what I'm saying with this. So anyways, whether it was legal down the aisle or whether it was a spiritual marriage and you shared a life physically living with someone, the key word here is living with them. It doesn't count if you don't live with them. That's the only, I draw the line. It doesn't count if you do not live with that person. When you come in and you're in a union and you share everything with someone, that's when this is going to count astrologically. Okay? So anyways, your first union would be the 7th house. And you're going to want to look at the sign in the 7th house based on the readings I've been doing. Your second union, if there is one, some of you never had a second one, but if there's a second union, it would be in the 2nd house of your birth chart only. Birth chart. So the 2nd house, second union, second person you've lived with. If it's your 3rd major union, your 3rd major relationship, it would be seen in your 9th house birth chart. 9th house. That's the sign and the energy you want to focus on for the marriage. If it is your 4th major relationship with union involved, the union of 2 souls and 2 bodies, if it is the 4th, it would be in your 4th house. I want to say, Elizabeth, if there is a 5th union, I kind of feel like it would be 7 from the 4, which would be the 11th house. If there's any Hindu and Vedic astrologers out there that understand that, please let me know in the comments. If I have any Hindu or a Vedic astrologist watching my channel and you have the exact answer, please put it in the comments below. But I think where they're going with this is 7, almost. I don't know, I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, that's okay. But that's where I'm going to go, I think, for the 5th union. But if they're doing on an 8, let me see. Let me see if they're doing on an 8. Yep, they're doing it on an 8. Oh, they're doing it on an 8 because Venus goes around full circle 8 months. 8 months around the sun for full cycle. The 7th house is the 1st. 2nd house is the 2nd, which is 8 houses from the 7th. The 3rd is in the 9th house, which is 8 houses from the 2nd. And 8 houses from the 9th is the 4th house. So they are on an 8 months Venus cycle. Also, the 8th house represents inheritance and marriage and union and contracts and all of that shit. And the 8th house in Vedic astrology is the true house for marital relationships. That makes sense. I figured it out. It is an 8. It is an 8, Elizabeth. I'm sorry. I was thinking out loud. No one knows what the fuck's going on in my head right now. And if I've lost you, I'm sorry. But I was trying to figure out how do we know when the next marriages are. And it's on an 8. It's on an 8, girl. So if your 4th marriage is in the 4th house, then your 5th marriage or union would be in the motherfucking 11th house. Which I was right anyways. I was right any motherfucking ways. Huh? And I guessed it. And I was like, I think it's the 11th. And I motherfucking guessed it, okay? And I was right. It's true. It's true. It's on an 8th. That's what it is. So if you have a 5th marriage or union or relationship, it will be based on the 11th house. Ooh, shit. And if you have more than that, we said we need to know the 6th, 7th, and 8th. If you're on a 6th relationship union, oh, my heart hurts. That is too much. That is too much for a human being. It would be in the 6th house. God damn. House of enemies? That's not fun. The 6th one would not be a fun one. Just FYI for everybody. Health issues, enemies, not a fun one. Not a fun one at motherfucking all. But the 7th one would be the 1st house. And that would be motherfucking good. That would be pretty good. It would be all about you. Okay? The 7th freaking marriage would be all about you. So maybe that might be the best of all. Maybe the 3rd time's not a charm. Maybe the 7th time is a charm. I don't fucking know. But anyways, and so on. So if you have more than 7, just do 8 houses away from that and you'll get another answer. Okay, because God help you all. And God bless the ones that have more than one union, because God knows you're a Mongolic. And I'm going to even cut you some slack, because, you know, some people married twice are not necessarily a Mongolic. Mongolic, it's all Mars, okay? But the ones that had more than 3, hunty, you a Mongolic, okay? You are a Mongolic all the way, 100. And my heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to you. If you want to know what that means, it means you've got Mars in the 12th, 1st, 4th, 7th, 8th, and 2nd house, okay? You got Mars in one of those motherfuckers. That's what it means, you know, because Mars wants to, you know, whatever, be a little bit malefic. But, you know, whatever. Anyways, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching my channel. I appreciate you. Please like and subscribe on your way out the door. I have to go get the kids fed. I need to run to the bank before it closes. I need to do some shit. And I will be back tonight. And stay tuned, because we are going to do Scorpio through Pisces in the next video, okay? So I hope you're ready for that. If you guys have some placements in those signs, please stay tuned. How are you going to watch these videos? Check your signs that could portend to the message, but also check the sign placement of whatever union you're in or going to be coming in. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about what that marriage is like, had been like, or will be like, okay? And I'll give you the good and the bad, okay, of both, because there's always a win. There's going to be a loss, but there's always going to be a win, okay? Elizabeth, thank you. Stephanie, the 3rd isn't the charm, it's the 5th. Is because it's the change in numerology. Girl, I'm on the 5th. Elizabeth is on the 5th. I'm saying though, yo, Liz, my 5th marriage would be in the 11th house, and I'm motherfucking lucky. You know why? Why am I lucky there? Hang on, motherfucker. Okay, because I have Saturn freaking exalted in Libra in my 11th. So goddamn, if I'm not going to marry a Libra, goddamn if I'm not going to marry someone that has some sense, okay? That has some motherfucking sense. But anyways, if, you know, Saturn can't fuck me forever. Saturn fucked me out of 2 marriages, like legal marriages. He fucked me out of them, and he's not going to get me this time. Fucker, 3rd, you know, no, you're not going to do it this time. So that would be my 5th, but Saturn better be chill. He better be chill on this next one, because his little ass is exalted there. He better just be chill and not fuck with me on that one, okay? And I think he will. And mostly why? Because Saturn matures at the age of 36. Fuck, I'm going to be 38. Are you mature yet, Saturn? Did you have a good run? Are you satisfied there, sir? Did you do what you needed to do? Because I fucking did. Let's do it. Anyways, if you guys are young and you're watching this and you're like, my life has been shit, Steph. Just shit. Honey, first of all, if you're young and you're not even 36, life hasn't even begun to fuck you yet. Okay? It hasn't even started. Anyways, but if you are over the age of 36 and you're watching me, hopefully Saturn will have matured somewhat in your life, and you can start to see some good things coming in with all the lessons that you've learned and the experiences you've had. And you guys can actually start to get some pretty decent, if not good, results in your life. It's not always guaranteed, but it certainly is a help. No matter what, it's going to be a help. So if you've made it this far, chances are it's going to get better, okay? All right, guys, so I love you. And like I always say, this love is a journey, not a destination. So just keep swimming. Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. What do? We swim, swim. I love you guys all so much. Be blessed, be well. If you're interested in anything I have to offer, please go to jks1111.com. Check it out. I love you all. I'll see you in a little bit. Bye. Bye, Elizabeth. Bye. Bye, Markers. Bye, Loretta. Bye, Jeff. You stuck it out this whole reading. I love you so much. Thank you. Hi, Ali. Thank you for being here. Marina. Bye, love. Love you. Bye, guys. You guys are the best. You guys, you are my... Look at my top. All down there right now. Just my top. I love you guys. Bye, Rosie. I love you too, girl. Love and blessings. Hi, Transformation Queen. Thank you so much. I love you, girl. I hope to see you in this next video. Bye, guys. I'll see you. I'll see you later.